internet just collapsed suddenly, but I hope we are still live. If not, I will just stop and start again.
I see.
Because I'm not sure. Yeah, that happens sometimes.
Okay.
Just don't know the reason.
I think
We have to stop and start. Yeah.
we have to start over or it's back?
No, I'm not sure. Can you check?
I think it's currently
It's fine.
live. There is something live at least.
Okay, guys in the chat, please tell me if it's back. If otherwise, if they do not respond, that means we're not live. It happens. It happens.
It's live again. They say it's live.
Yay! Perfect. Oh, thankfully.
So it's just yeah.
Works. Okay, yeah. Sorry, guys. Sorry, that is me. My internet stopped working. I don't know. It does happen. It does happen sometimes. It usually happens before the stream starts. It happens around 9:30 a.m. But I guess some surprises are in store today for you, Nils. It's just for you.
Yeah, I was getting nervous. What did I do wrong this time?
No, it's not you. It's me. It's always me. Just remember that. It's always me. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. So I was asking a question. What happens after Rook e1? What's a logical move? And then you blacked out.
After Rook e1, yeah, we were discussing a little bit like what would happen if we simply make a move like h6.
Yes. And now we have to think either knight a5, knight d6.
Yeah, knight d6. I was trying to understand, like, let's say you play knight d6, which is quite logical. Is it possible to take on a2?
Wow. Let's put it on the board just to see. Is that an idea?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I do have to admit I'm not exactly sure what I want to do with white.
Yeah, like normally you play b3, yeah? But now the pawn is on c3, not c2.
And
if you play c4, then bishop b3.
I do not believe we would be trapping that bishop. Yeah, just Rook is defending it, so I would guess it's safe for now.
But it's not also the end of the world. Like, let's say you play. Should you play c4 or not? But let's say you do play c4. Okay. It's a bit strange. But c4, bishop b3.
Okay.
And also now I was thinking, what about queen takes c6?
Simple chess. I like it. Because then the question is, what is this queen on f3 also doing?
Yeah. And also, I mean, generally, like the knight on d6 is so strong. Like without this knight, I would probably just be mated. But it seems to cover most of the important squares.
Yeah, actually, you're right. And if I go something,
I'm a bit worried about rook b6, to be honest. Rook b6, rook a6, but I'm not sure how strong it is.
Yeah, okay, so let's try rook b6. I would move the queen. Okay, another tough question, but let's go. I go queen c7 and rook a6.
Yeah.
Then
suddenly it's maybe not so solid after
and
all.
suddenly I have to go king b1, yeah?
Yeah, king b1.
And on bishop a2,
then we have to go king c2.
Yeah, which is fine. So king b1, what are you doing? Yeah, what are you doing now?
Yeah, what am I doing after king b1? Because if I get my king to c3, suddenly I'm very safe. That's my dream. I really want to go to c3 with the king.
That would be that's quite ambitious way for a king, I have to say.
Yeah, but you only have a light squared bishop and it's a dark square.
Yeah.
So not so clear, but also it's not so clear. Like, let's say I can play still some move like queen h5, try to attack the pawn on e5. Very very double-edged.
Yeah.
Maybe it's something to consider, but I
don't believe it though. But even you're right. Maybe we're not even afraid of bishop a2. So knight d6, very much logical.
It's a logical move, but also, I mean, what else? Let's say if we don't play that move.
Instead of knight d6, I don't know. I was also thinking knight a5 is usually the idea, but we're probably afraid of rook b5. Yeah.
I mean, also you would have to consider bishop takes a2 also there. But yeah, knight
Okay,
knight
that's
a5
true.
on b5. Then you take on a7.
Okay. I mean, I want to claim the fact that knight on c6 is also extra strong, but you're right,
Yeah, that's
even on
true. That's
d6.
true. That's true.
On d6 it might be stronger because it's stopping these rooks from coming into the game through c8.
Also, it's a dark square. It's also always more comfortable on the dark square
Yeah.
against the bishop.
No, yeah, you're right. You're
And
right.
you're picking up a pawn in the meantime, which is also a very nice argument.
I do have to say I like everything for white just because now with this rook d2, rook e1 formation, I don't see this queen in the game at all.
Mm.
And instead
Yeah,
of
exactly.
instead of h6, I would maybe just move the queen somehow.
Maybe h6 is too slow. But I was. It's always nice to start with, like, let's say this question: what does my opponent want? So as black, we start like, what if we just make h6? What is white actually hoping for? But it seems like white has some ideas. And that probably means that black needs to do something a little bit more precise.
Yes, I agree.
Because also as white, I was considering, what about just a simple move like b3 to put the king on b2?
Yeah, that's exactly what I would think, but at the same time, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, but it was kind of a2 was a bit hanging and so on. Yeah.
That's
No, but you see also my general approach. I just want all of my pieces on dark squares. I want the king on b2, the knight on d6, rook on d2, e1, everything. And I will never ever lose any of my pieces. That's very nice.
Oh, so yeah, all your pieces on black squares, and then maybe pawns on white squares to stop the activity of
Exactly,
the bishop,
exactly.
and it would be perfect.
Yeah. In general, I think that we can conclude h6 feels quite
Yeah.
quite a bit too slow for black.
Yes.
Like black should do something. Black should actually try to think rather than just make random moves.
Thankfully, that's what Gukesh is doing. Yes.
No, but what I mean, not of course he's thinking anyway, but I meant more in this way that black actually needs to try to figure out what will happen in the position over the next couple of moves. Like what should be the main plans for both sides and so on. Because some positions, simple positions, you can just make moves, one move at a time, and you see what happens. Kind of, you improve a little bit. But here, maybe white, given 2-3 moves, will be massively better strategically.
Exactly.
So we need to really think like.
And I see Gukesh closing his eyes and just like thinking, trying to think and finding the best move. But I do have to admit that I do not like this queen on f3. I mean, I want to move it.
Yeah, I mean, you could play something that like queen h5 or queen f5.
But at the same time, Nils, we did kind of say that if knight comes to d6, that's a killer knight.
But I think we have to. I mean, either.
So I would also consider bishop c4 now that we've seen all these lines, especially.
Yeah, you didn't like it when I suggested it first, but now you see
No.
the strength of the move.
Exactly. I was like, I don't wanna do that. But at the same time, if black is not threatening bishop a2, or if it's not a big threat, I mean,
Yeah.
I would just try to take it, but I would have to calculate if it works.
I think what you mean is you didn't want to do it, and you still don't want to do it,
No.
but now you realize maybe you want other things even less.
Yeah, exactly.
That's probably the case. Like, it's not a happy decision to take on c4, but maybe it's the least evil. I mean, it all depends. Let's say we tried it once before, but let's say now with queen h5, for example.
Okay,
now you are really threatening to take on c4.
Yes, because then this pawn on
And then
e5
knight d6, bishop takes a2. We have to. This is really the critical, like a question. Is the bishop? I mean, because if you just can take, then
yes.
life is of course quite good. But
yes, absolutely.
In this case, also the pawn on e4 is hanging, but I don't believe that that it matters much because this pawn is
not important.
It doesn't do much. It does absolutely nothing. So
Especially with maybe some queen f5, queen g6 coming, and then
We get mated on b1. That's true. That's a nice point.
that would be funny. Yeah, that would
Yeah,
be
I
funny.
was thinking more rook e8 and maybe take on e5, but of course mate is
No, just
more relevant.
something to consider. Of
Yes,
course,
yes, yes.
white would not move the knight, but something to look out for.
Yeah.
Yeah, but let's try c4 like we did
Let's
before.
try c4 again.
Yeah.
We
And
do have an extra option as black now in the form of f6, but I'm not sure it will work
because also
because of the pin.
Yeah, also the pin. But what do we do with black now?
Yeah, because if you play f6 now, then the queen will move and attack the bishop.
On a3, yeah.
Yeah, like f6, even on a3 or probably a3 is the
Because
most
if you
risky.
go to a5, I mean you're still pinned, so I guess
Yeah,
that
you're
doesn't do
thinking.
much.
And if you take on a7, you open up the a file. You might regret that later on. Yeah,
Maybe, yeah.
most
Somehow.
probably. Yeah, so f6, queen a3, bishop b3, then even e6 can be a possibility. But still, this is also not clear. I think.
No.
It's all queen e5, for instance.
Okay. Queen e5 and
And how do you?
Yeah.
Actually, maybe black is simply winning now. I mean,
I do have to admit that this looks a bit
yeah.
annoying for white. We have nothing. It looks like that we have nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, looks like we have nothing.
Yeah, I'm trying to find some tricks. If I go e7 and queen e7 wouldn't work, but somehow it always works. I want to attack the bishop with knight b5, but that's also too risky, opening too many files.
Probably.
I don't know. This is difficult.
But I'm also thinking, yeah, I mean, we didn't have to play. If we go back after queen h5, we have some alternatives.
Yeah. Maybe we can also start with bishop b3 like before, or rook b6 immediately. I don't know if it's
Also possible. Very hard to say. But in general, I was worried after c4 that white might play b4 next. If you play, for instance, rook b6.
Oof.
B4, because now the bishop is more trapped than before, let's say.
And after bishop b3, you would go king b2.
King b2.
And after bishop a4, king a3.
No, probably rook a1 was the.
Okay. No, I just wanted to see if you would go to a black square.
I want to go to c3 in general.
Okay.
No, c3 is. I love this square c3 for the king. Looks so nice.
And yeah, if we look at that position after rook a1, can we just say that all the pieces are perfectly coordinated?
Yeah,
protecting all the pawns before e5, e3, all pieces on black squares. Exactly what we wanted.
Yeah, it looks actually just winning, I think, for white.
Yeah, maybe.
The bishop is at least probably trapped.
Yeah. So we should not do that. So let's go bishop b3 after c4.
Let's go bishop b3. But this somehow I like less for white, because now I feel there is not the same coordination as in the other line.
You don't like it, you're saying, that much? No.
Well, I'm not sure what I should play as white. What should be my my next move, basically?
No, yeah, I absolutely understand that.
Because now taking on c6 doesn't work because e5 is hanging. Taking on e4, I mean, I never really, like you said, queen g6.
Yeah, that's why I would start with something like rook g1. So then after that, knight e4, knight f6 is actually a threat. Would that work?
Rook g1 is a possibility for sure. Also, no, I was thinking now if you play f6, I can maybe consider rook takes g7, but it's too much.
I do love it.
f6, discover the attack and win the queen, but you will be able to save it probably.
Probably. Okay, so bishop c4 is on the board by Gukesh.
It's on the board.
Yeah, so he didn't dare to go to these complications, and I do.
Yeah, because actually, if you play anything else and white plays knight d6, then you have. I mean, bishop takes a2 has to work. Otherwise, you are just massively worse, I think.
Yes,
So
and
either you calculate bishop takes a2 for half an hour, or you simply take on c4.
yeah, so I think he just decided to simply take on c4. Also,
Yes.
his logic was probably like, okay, maybe it works if I move the queen somewhere, but if bishop c4 is at least somehow trying to reach an equal position, I will go for it.
Yeah, it's much simpler. Like because there still your position is quite healthy. Like bishop takes a2. If you miscalculate, you are lost.
Yeah,
Here,
exactly.
if you miscalculate, you are probably slightly worse. So
Absolutely, absolutely.
yeah.
I agree. Yeah. So queen c4. I'm just trying to see what Lila Zero suggestion was
Mhm.
instead of bishop takes c4, if there was even a suggestion. But no, I think bishop c4 was the best move. Yeah.
It was the yeah. Then probably this bishop takes a2 business did not
I
really
mean,
work.
if you want, um we can turn on the evaluation bar and see if queen h5 is an okay move.
Okay,
Uh,
sure. Yeah.
Actually,
Up to you.
queen h5 is not a bad move, but computer prefers queen h3 much more.
Queen h3. Uh-huh.
Yeah, and after knight d6,
And now maybe you can come with to e6 with the queen later on.
yes, so bishop a2 works, and let's
Mm.
say c4. Engine even says, of course, bishop b3, but a5 as well.
A5 is a good idea. Yeah, a5, a4, and then you
Ah.
get stability. And queen takes a5 is risky. Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, that is very nice.
Yeah,
And if I go queen h5 and go for the same line, let's see. The
yeah.
problem again is a5. I mean, also bishop
It's
b3 is fine.
uh,
It's
uh,
equal. It's 0-0, obviously. Duh.
everything is. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
um, yeah. So yeah, that's why bishop c4 was played, which I mean we understand. But now again, Gukesh has to think.
Yeah. Also, he took, and Ding made this automatic recapture, and now he's again thinking deeply. So
Of
it doesn't look like he's too sure of what he's doing.
Okay, yeah, yeah, absolutely. And I'm actually looking at again Lila just to wonder
Mm-hmm.
what's going on. And apparently, Black only has one move to solidify. That's the word. Yes, uh, solidify his position. Other moves are a bit dubious. I mean, it's still around equalish, slightly better for white, but slightly more dubious.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So let's try to find that idea.
Queen takes c4. Yeah. So what should Black play? Yeah, it's not so. The question is if you should move this queen. Is the queen well placed or badly placed on f3? Because when we first saw the position, we were suggesting queen f5, trying to activate the queen.
Mhm. But
But that's a
now,
little bit. That's a little bit sort of admitting that we are going for, let's say, a passive defense.
yeah.
So can we do something more active? But e6 is also potentially
Ooh.
annoying. Hmm.
Ooh. But by the way, Queen f5 is on the board
It
by
is
by
on the board.
Gukesh, and
It's what we consider the most logical, at least. So
it is most direct. But like you said, it's slightly passive,
it's
and
slightly sort of admitting that okay, now we are a little bit worse, so we will have to play solidly.
and can I? Okay, I'm gonna tell you the move that was clearly the best in the position. I mean, is Queen f5 a good move? It's slightly. I mean, it's kind of worse.
Mm-hmm.
But try to guess the move. No, before I tell you, try to guess the best move. It's not Queen f5. Hint.
I see. I see. So instead of queen f5, there is one. No, that's very strange. I was thinking there is one prophylactic move, king h8, but
Ooh, that would be
because
spicy.
I'm worried about e6, and then I can take, and there is no check. But
That's true.
that's
That's true.
because simply I don't know which move to make, because the f8 rook I cannot move, because then rook f1 and
Yeah,
f7 is hanging,
yeah, yeah. You're right. So
and
yeah,
the
exactly.
b8 rook. I mean, it would have to be the b8 rook, but maybe rook b8 was a move.
B e8.
Yeah,
You're very close. You're very close.
rook b d8 then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
because it's simply the only piece that
mm,
I can move, kind of. Yeah, I mean, if I don't want to retreat with my queen, if I, let's say, want to keep active. Uh,
exactly. Yeah, but I mean, you already played rook b8. Look, rook is on half an open file. Why
mm,
would I want to move it if it works? So that's why retreating the queen and maybe putting it on the other side of the board is more logical.
it's logical, but I think uh, the big thing could be that the e3 pawn is so relevant, because this pawn on e5, in generally speaking, I think white will give it up somehow.
I
But this
agree.
pawn on e3, you can never really give up, because then you lose all the stability, all the control. Suddenly e4 is fast, and uh, yeah, it's a concession to go back to f5, but it's also very understandable, very very understandable.
Very human move, and of
Very
course,
human.
we understand it even in yesterday's game, where Gukesh decided to go for this g4, g5.
Mm.
I mean, of course, these are very human moves. Otherwise, like he could have decided to go for something more strategic, like a4, like Levon was and Lila was suggesting, move like
Mm.
a4s to stop knight b6. But first of all, you have to see these ideas to be that strong, to understand why you're going moves like a4 instead of g4, that is very concrete and very human. And we are humans. We are humans.
We
And
are humans, and the players are also humans, definitely.
yes, and queen f5, very, very natural move. I mean,
Yeah,
we are attacking the pawn. We want to take it.
yeah,
What are we
yeah,
gonna do
exactly.
now?
Exactly. Now, for the first time in the game, probably Ding will think.
Yeah, I think Ding will take his time. He loves taking his time as well. And
Yeah,
I mean, he does have still 1 hour and 50 minutes, while Gukesh has only 1 hour and 7 minutes.
that's yeah.
Big time advantage, and that also means that Ding will probably think like, okay, I have much more time. It's now the moment for me to figure out my plan for next few moves, and then I can play them fast and maybe play on time trouble. I mean, for opponent
Also
even.
possible. Yeah, yeah, definitely. But
Um,
I think this position is quite a lot about calculation, actually, because uh, I mean, there is no way, I think, to just sort of play the position. I mean, you have to do it move by move here, because so much is going on. The pawn on e5 is hanging, the pawn on c6 is hanging. Like,
why is everything hanging?
yeah, yeah. So, and no matter what you do, like, you will not get a stable position. I mean, you will get some trades or some action, and then after that you will get some stability. So probably he's trying now to calculate what's going on.
Absolutely. What? Yeah, I mean, of course, he's thinking either to defend e5, to maybe take the c6 pawn, to maybe double the rooks instead if it works. I'm not sure if it does, but I
Yeah,
would
I mean,
love my rook
because
on
for black it's quite
d7.
simple. Yeah, queen takes e5 next is the idea if you do nothing special.
Yeah, very simple. So that makes it a bit easier for Gukesh. I mean, it was an easy move, but not the best. And now he has to figure out why.
Yeah. So
Why?
first of all, queen c5 is one possibility.
Yes, that's what we were considering. But however, we were slightly confused what to do after rook b5.
Rook b5, yeah. And then the question is, the rook better on b5 or on b8?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Because after, let's say, if I take on c6, you
Yeah,
take with the queen on e5.
yeah.
Now you have more pressure maybe on the b file, but on the other hand, like,
The,
let's say I go rook e d1, then
yeah,
rook d8
the big threat.
could be an issue.
I agree. I agree. Maybe rook b5 is a bit too much just because of that. What about rook e8 instead? I want to attack this
I just
pawn.
take with the rook, yeah.
Yeah, something like
But
that.
now I go rook e d1. Then you can take with the queen probably, and I have nothing.
Hopefully.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, yeah, the rook f e8 is a good move. Hmm. Yeah. What? So yeah, probably queen c5 is not the way then. What else is there?
Mm-hmm. Mm,
Is there a way to play very? aggressively. Like I'm thinking even rook. That might be too much, but let's say rook f1.
I was thinking the same. I was
Queen takes e5, rook d7.
Yes, I very much like that. I think would you think queen e6 would be a problem? Or do you think we have rook takes f7?
Yeah, the first question is of course rook takes f7. Yeah. Now if you take the queen, there is checkmate. That's nice.
I'm just gonna show it on the board for everybody to see, but that would be amazing end to this game.
Yeah, quite unlikely end, but a nice mate. Very important pattern. So the question is after rook takes f7, if black takes with the queen on f7.
Exactly. Now
rook takes.
Yeah.
And we have to try to evaluate this. And I would say, generally speaking, in such an open position, the rooks will be very strong.
If you can make them work, but somehow I agree.
Yeah, because no matter which pawn you take, the black rooks will be active. Like there are too many open files and no stability.
I do agree. However, we are pinned, and that means you will have to protect the rook and move the king.
I take some time. You mean? Yeah. I mean, you would have to try. I don't know, b4 or something. Try to push, but
yeah. You know what? I will just turn on the evaluation because I'm not sure. Yeah, because I thought so that engine would love white, and actually b4
really,
it's +1.
Really?
Yeah,
that
which
I would not have expected.
Yeah, exactly. It's not expected.
With b4, yeah.
Yeah, it's not expected, and after b4, let's say something like rook d8 and a4, and you're just claiming that you cannot move the f7.
You can just push the pawns, yeah. And it takes too long to unpin.
Yeah, but if you decide to, for example, after rook d8 take a pawn on c6, then black has
excellent
activity, and then it's enough. Yes, exactly. Rook f2, and then it's okay. So I guess the problem is truly the pin.
The pin is actually the issue, yeah. Interesting, very interesting.
Very, but it's
after
hard.
Before you could also, let's say after rook d8, you could also consider, if you have time, to bring the king first before.
So like king c2.
Yeah, king c2, king
I
d2.
think. Yeah, you do. Yeah, exactly. But of course, this is tough to understand that having the queen here is enough.
But okay, I mean, now it's a nice thing for Ding that he has almost 2 hours.
Yeah, I mean,
Nils, he can spend 15 minutes trying to understand who is better in this position if he thinks it's relevant.
If he thinks it's relevant. I mean, I think both of us, Nils, love time trouble, and we love taking our time to think.
Yes, a bit too much.
Sometimes a bit too much. No, actually, often a bit too much for myself. I don't know about you, but I know I do remember that you love time trouble as well. But you're also very good at it. We kind of love the adrenaline, don't we?
Yes.
So somehow there's this joke going on in this championship that there's a time management course by Dink going on. Because he did lose on time on game 3.
Yeah. No, that's yeah.
So I'm just mentioning the time management course is working right now. Dink is using it. And yeah, okay, so this is obviously something to be considered. I would suggest before Dink, because Dink will take some time now, and we will have a lot of time to analyze the games, and I suggest we take our first break of the day to get re-energized, get some coffee, get some tea, some water, and yeah, we'll be back in like 5 to 10 minutes.
Perfect.
welcome back to the official Lichess commentary of the World Chess Championship match between Ding Liren and Gukesh D. Today Ding is playing white pieces, and tomorrow is a free day, so we did expect, well, I did, I'm not sure about you, Nils, but I expected for him to go all in, and he decided to play the London. And
Yeah.
like you said, it's not really like he's going all in, it's not the time yet. There's still too many games to be played, correct?
Yes. Yes. But
So yeah,
it was a sharp game. I mean, or it is a sharp game, let's say.
still is exactly. I mean, I'm still shocked by this Queen F3 possibility by
Yeah.
by Gukesh, which would result in a draw. But it didn't happen. Like Levon would say, we live in the present, so
Yeah.
let's not look back. And Queen F5 is on the board still. Ding is thinking. It's exactly how we left it. I will just
Yeah.
refresh our study, so our times are correct. But in the study, the times are wrong, so apologies for that. Ding doesn't have 43 minutes. He still has 1 hour and 30 minutes, which is 20 minutes ahead of Gukesh anyway.
Yeah.
And okay, that's why it happened like this. But yeah, Queen F5 is on the board, and we still haven't figured out the best continuation for Ding. And apparently Ding didn't either, because he hasn't played the move.
He was also thinking, yeah. Yeah, I was thinking what we discussed earlier, like Rook F1. We had this like Queen takes E5, Rook D7.
Yeah, that was not a bad plan. Let's figure it out if Black has a different defense than Queen E6.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe Queen B5 is a possibility.
Oh, yeah. Queen B5 could be very, very annoying because B2 is hanging. And we have no way to protect it except to exchange the queens.
You have to exchange, yeah.
I mean, again, we could try to make Rook F7 work.
Yeah, but I will take on B2 and not on
exactly.
not on C4.
And
Yeah.
I think that I get mated in that case with white pieces.
B1 Rook B2 looks good enough.
Yes, exactly. So let's not do that. And if that's the case, then I have to take Queen B5.
Yeah, but also not so clear what's going on there. A7 is hanging. Like I guess I take with the Rook to get some activity.
Let's try, yeah, taking with the Rook, and after Rook A7, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, in general, what I want to do is to attack the kingside pawns, like Rook
H5.
I don't know, Rook H5, yeah, probably.
And okay, let me try to see. And after Rook F2.
Yeah, no, I'm not sure. Rook H3 was my intention, but
same,
I have no idea what's happening.
I have no idea, because after King D2.
Yeah, maybe now it's time to start to push. Like, I don't know, even G5 maybe, or
also
something like that.
Also something like G5. Yeah, again, this is a question: who is faster? Like, I will also go A4. I mean, you're not the only one pushing.
Anything can. I mean, in general, it's a very, very sharp position for sure. Very hard to say what is going on.
And what if I'm not sure if that's good. What if I decide to take on B5 with a pawn, and after Rook A7 go B4? Is that any good, or is C4 just strong?
I was not sure. It just also you are sort of playing on white side a bit, yeah. That even if I would take, then I would have already two passed pawns. Like take on B4, Rook takes B4, maybe just B3, and
yeah, that's also looking good for white, I think. I mean,
hard to say, but easier for probably white is faster.
So this is very logical, like Rook F1 is very logical continuation. Another thing I could be thinking about is maybe
there was also someone suggesting Queen H3 in the chat.
Okay, wait. Yes, I'm so glad that you're also reading the chat, because that makes it a lot easier for me. Yeah, about Queen H3, there is Queen F3. Are we thinking instead of Queen F5?
No, I think after Rook F1.
After Rook F1, okay, sorry, yeah, Rook F1, Queen H3, yeah, that makes sense.
Now your Rook D7 is not possible because the Queen is still covering it.
Yes, very fair point. And I guess rook f7 doesn't work.
Rook takes f7 looks a bit too much, yeah. But maybe you can simply play rook f4 and try to collect the pawn.
From that direction, and after queen e3, you would just take rook e4.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's good, but
yeah.
Or actually, why not just queen takes e4 immediately then with the same similar idea?
Oh, to have a rook endgame.
Yeah.
Which is slightly more pleasant for white.
I meant. Yeah.
I mean, in this scenario, yeah. Wait, I will just turn on what like. So I hope you can see the moves that I'm playing. So queen f4 takes. But now, I mean, I can develop this rook, which is important.
No, I should take with the rook because I do. My queen is quite nice on c4 actually.
Yeah, I do like it as well. And let's say I give one check and I'm happy about it, but you go rook d1 maybe because after this
I want to play king c2 actually.
King c2, queen a1.
Ah, you mean I have some issues there?
I don't
Maybe.
know. I don't know. I hope so.
Maybe. Looks a bit. No, b4. I play b4.
Ah, come on.
No, I don't think it's very bad because rook d1 is a big threat.
Can I? Ah, yeah, it's a huge threat actually.
Actually, I'm threatening to win immediately.
Actually, it's a huge threat. Okay, yeah, fair. b4 is strong. b4 is very strong.
Yeah. And actually, I mean, b4 in general, I don't think it's bad because long term the plan is to promote one of the pawns. So.
But yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. Yeah, you're not afraid playing king c2. And I'm just gonna check if something has been played. No, nothing has been played yet.
I think not yet.
No. I'm looking also as the cameras of the players, as you like to do. And I saw Gukesh just standing up and towering over the board, and yeah, he sat down. Yeah, I think he's fine for now, but his poker face is so good. I cannot read him.
Yeah, he has a very good poker face.
But yeah, like you're right. Queen h3, queen f4 looks a very normal move.
It looks like white is a bit better, yeah, more active. No, white has full control over the center. That's what's so nice from white's perspective.
Yes, actually you're right. And also, instead of rook f4, I would also consider rook d7. Oh no, I cannot consider rook d7 because the rook is hanging.
Yeah, that doesn't work, unfortunately.
No, I just wanted to point out that queen e3 wouldn't work because then I think that there's too much pressure on f7. But of course, besides this move, I think there's also queen h2. So no, nothing like this works. So yeah, rook f4 so far.
But that's I'm now also thinking from the starting position, like does it make some sense to just take the pawn on c6 as well instead of
rook f1?
Yeah. Well, I like rook f1, but
yeah, I mean, we should always consider captures.
Yeah, I guess that has to take on e5.
Yeah, we take, yeah.
And now the question is what's going on.
Exactly.
Because I could also offer like queen trade, but I'm not sure.
I think that black will be offering queen trade, so I don't think that as white I would need to do that, in my opinion. But again, this is a complicated position.
No, because I was thinking now, especially with this previous line with b4, I was thinking actually what I want to do is I just want to push the queenside pawns, and for that it would probably be useful to trade queens. Like,
yeah, I
mean, let's say if we just remove the queens from the board, wouldn't white just be a bit ahead?
So wouldn't let's say something like queen d5 takes rook d5.
Yeah, something like this. Let's say next move I play b4. Then I bring the king to b3 and I push the c and b pawns, or actually all of them.
Just going all in, yeah.
No, but that's I'm much faster, no? I mean, I already have a fast pawn, and your pawns f7, g7, h7. It takes so long to try to do something with them.
Yeah. What if I go f5? What are you gonna do though?
f5, I will play.
Are you going something like rook d7 first, or just?
It's a good question. If I play b4, you want to play f4 or what?
Yeah, that was my plan. Just want to activate also my rook and make something happen.
Yeah, then you're active, but you do also get a weakness. Yeah. But the takes your rook is quite active, and also my c pawn is getting vulnerable. Okay, so after f5, I will play first. Can I play even rook f1? Looks a bit ugly, but
Rook f1.
yeah, after instead of b4.
Oh yeah, okay, that makes more sense. Yeah, Rook f1. That's something I would be considering as well.
But it looks probably like g6 is the only move.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I play b4. Let's say, just as an example.
Yeah. Sorry, I was just fixing something. Then before, yeah.
I guess.
Okay,
King
but
c2, king b3 are my next two moves if I'm given the chance.
I think now, yeah, I think I want to. Yeah, what do I want to do? Rook fc8, because
Rook
of
f
course king c2 is followed by rook b4.
Yes, I have to go to b2 instead.
King b2, and yeah, now I was hoping to have something here, but a5 doesn't work because rook a5.
Yeah, my rook on d5 is quite nice. Yeah.
Yeah, it is very nice on d5. I do agree.
So actually, you could consider trying to trade it, like to play rook d8, but
Aha, instead of rook c8, let's do that. Let's do
yeah,
that.
yeah. Uh, also, I have another question is which rook, but maybe
Maybe b. Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe the b
no. I
rook.
mean, my point was if I go rook fd1,
Yeah.
then you take now you can maybe take and play g5
Ah, if I
if
go
you have
with the b,
the other rook.
exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
why I wanted to go with the other rook. Yeah.
Like yeah, b5.
Uh,
And and
and what
after king
what?
d2,
Yeah, king d2 or
or yeah.
I mean maybe even c4. But let's say yeah, king d2 makes sense, I guess. Now f4 is too early because g5 is hanging.
Ah, yeah. So let's go c4. Let's go c4. Let's not
c4.
waste moves.
Yeah, I
And
mean
I
it,
would have to go h6 or something. Well, that's
yeah,
so.
or maybe king if you can king g7 king g6 would be also.
Yeah, it
It's a
could
bit
work.
slow, but no. Okay, this is incredibly sharp. I don't feel white is faster anymore.
No, yeah,
If you just look like visually, it's and you compare, it's sort of you're on the same files more or less. Yeah.
yeah,
But
yeah.
let's go back. Queen d5 takes f5.
Yes.
Because I felt from the beginning it felt like I was closer, but
Yeah.
then suddenly you pushed all your pawns, and I didn't really do anything in the meantime.
Hmm. Yeah, it is tough. I do have to say, Rook endgames are tough in general. Maybe not even my specialty.
But this is also a double rook ending. That's even
Yeah,
more tricky.
that's even trickier.
Uh,
Um,
let's see. Well, how it was b4 and then rook b d8. Yeah.
I think we
That's
went
not,
Rook f1 first to force g6
ah,
and
yeah. Ah, rook f1 is maybe I'm giving
too much.
maybe it's a bit too slow.
I mean, I don't
But
think
b4, yeah, b4 because after f4 takes this pawn on e4 is a
weak.
weakness. But I was
Exactly.
worried about the activity of the rook on f4.
Yeah, me
Maybe
too.
I don't need to worry. Maybe I can play. Hmm. I mean, rook d7 is a move. Uh, actually, even king c2 is a move because if rook f2,
Yeah.
then rook d2, and
Ah.
I think we are trading off black's active pieces, and white is now a bit ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Also, my king is now much more active. And
And
this
this
I
is
think will
truly good for
be
this. Yeah.
this looks really really good for white. This may be just winning. Uh,
I would believe you. I would believe you.
because yeah, you
Mhm.
need to play here probably king d5 to be fine, and you are quite far.
Oh,
Uh, I mean,
jumping. Okay.
no, then it would maybe be fine, yeah. But no, the king is simply too passive.
Yeah, yeah,
uh,
absolutely, and that's very important in the end games in general.
so let's say instead of this after king c2, I mean, if maybe I even have time for rook e2 next move, and
Yeah,
I place one rook on d4, one on e2, and then I start to push. Like
yeah, you're right. These
this
pawns
looks fun. Yeah.
look good. They look good. However, you never know with engine evaluation when
You never
something like
know.
this is a
Yeah.
draw. And
But
yeah.
it looks quite bad for black. And after queen d5 takes f5 before. I mean, if you don't play f4,
What do I do? I mean,
Yeah, exactly. This g5 will not work as well as in the previous line. That's for sure.
except if I just don't go f5 and try something else, like immediate activity, but I don't see it with
You
black.
mean like b6, rook h6, or something like this? Or what is the?
Yeah, something like this, and hope for the best. But I
Well,
don't know.
yeah, I would this rook on e2, and it's so simple. Yeah, the
Yeah,
plan, like put the rook on e2, push b4 and c4 whenever you get the chance.
yeah. This rook on f8 is not in the game.
Yeah, and
Mm,
if you try immediately to trade, let's say rook bd8 or rook bd8, let's say,
yeah,
because we did it the previous time as
yeah.
well. Uh, hmm. Yeah, what is this?
Please
Not
tell
not.
me. I don't know.
Yeah, this maybe is a bit more counterplay than the previous. Also, I'm not sure which move I'm making as white. Uh,
Yeah, rook
Probably, I
ed1.
mean, rook ed1 is the most automatic move.
Yeah, yeah.
But then, yeah, then you have to try to take and play f5, I guess.
Okay, so this is slightly different. However,
It's a clear tempo up for white, I think, because you didn't play rook f1.
yeah. Um, and after something
So
like b4, I mean, you can go f4, but again, this is probably
yeah,
not
this
enough.
is risky. Take. Even rook rook d8 might be a move. Uh,
Yeah.
and if you go up with the king, then rook d7.
Ah, and you're just taking something.
I want to take a7. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
But
and this king is just.
not so sure. Also, it was quite interesting to play king d2 at the beginning on all
Yeah.
of this, immediately after the rook trade,
Oops. What
instead
did
of
I do?
b4.
Yes.
Mm,
Sorry.
just to try to prevent. Just to
Yeah.
try to prevent f4 in a good way.
Yeah.
Here king d2. The reason I was a bit hesitant was rook f6 actually.
Ooh.
Um,
Ooh.
but I'm not sure now. c4, rook
C4,
h6,
yeah.
c5, something like this.
Oh my. Oh my.
To me, again, it looks like white is faster, but
Yeah, this is um
I don't know. I didn't. I mean, because white's king is always more active than black's king.
exactly.
That's the main difference I feel, and that means that white's c pawn is probably going to be more dangerous than black's f pawn. Uh, I don't know. I think it looks quite scary for black, this rook ending.
I do agree. It does look more pleasant for white. I'm not sure if it's winning, but so far whatever we saw, it just looks so good. Like this
Yeah.
pawns
So
pushes.
maybe actually as black,
Yeah.
trying to think, is it possible to keep the queens or not?
Okay.
I'm not,
So
but I'm not sure how. Like after queen d5, then I would have to move somewhere.
yeah, you would have to move.
Do I have do I have somewhere to move? That's another question.
Queen e7, is it an
Yeah,
option?
queen e7, let's say. Mm, and after queen d7, you can play queen c5. Probably you have enough squares.
I do. Except if you go queen d6, you maybe but then you go queen
Queen d6,
b7.
then maybe queen b7.
Yeah. Okay, but
It feels a little bit odd but I think generally speaking, black should probably try to keep the queens. Yeah, otherwise this rook
Mhm.
ending is.
But now if I go rook f1, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, what am I going to do? You want what do you want actually?
I
Rook,
mean,
rook f4 maybe.
yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to activate this rook somehow. I mean, also rook g1 could probably be interesting, but I kind of prefer this just because I don't know if it works, but I had some ideas after rook bd8, if I could go
Rook
rook
b8, you want to
f7.
take on f7 or?
I don't know, maybe it doesn't work because there's check going on right here. But just something I was thinking
But
about.
here rook d1 works, yeah, for white after queen
Ah,
in f1 check.
okay. So wait, maybe it works. I don't know about it, but
Yeah, because no, here it definitely works.
okay.
Because also queen d5 check you will have on any other
Yeah,
move.
yeah.
Rook takes f7. That's a very nice tactic.
Yeah, I was just considering it. Don't know what happens after also rook d5. Oh, but queen c6 played by Ding, yeah?
He took on c6, yeah.
Really?
So he really he
He
agrees with
believes
us.
it. Yeah, he believes this endgame is very good for him, and I think the engines agree.
Mm-hmm.
I
So he
mean,
did it, but he spent 40 minutes or how much? Yeah, around
oh
40 minutes he spent on
yeah,
this move. Yeah.
yes, he did, and queen e5
So
immediately.
probably he's now. Uh, yeah, he probably calculated quite deeply.
Okay, I'm curious. I mean, Gukesh took the pawn as obviously he should to do something, and now Ding.
Now the question is, will he want to play queen d5 or not?
Yeah, that is the question. And also, will he play fast?
He has to play. I mean, if you think for 40 minutes and black plays the only move,
Yeah, and if you
you
don't play
should.
fast, there's something wrong with you, yeah?
Yes, yes. That it's a very bad sign if you start to spend time on the next move as well.
Mm-hmm. And I'm curious, what do you think are the chances of black drawing or like white winning here? Are they close, or do you think just because without the computer evaluation, just
I
like
think it looks
human
quite
perspective?
difficult for black, but
Mhm.
surely still within the drawing margin.
Yeah.
But it's a little bit like, I think if you trade queens, it's already very dangerous for black. So I think actually you should try to keep the queens.
Mm-hmm.
But then also on the other hand, there is more play for both sides. So
Mm-hmm. You
hard
know,
to say. No, I still definitely should be much higher chance for a draw than a win for white. But
mhm. Absolutely. And
let's say I think white is. I mean, Ding is happy. Let's say, and Gukesh
happy
is not
thing.
so happy.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Gukesh is not that happy right now. I
Yeah.
mean, it's a tough position to be in, and I have to admit I checked what Lila is thinking about this position after Queen
Mhm.
takes c5, and Queen d5 is the best move.
It's the best move, yeah.
Yeah, it is the best move, and Queen e7 should probably be Gukesh's response, and really keeping the queens on the board as long as possible, just to try.
How bad is this rook ending? Just out of curiosity, is white already very
Oh,
has
let's check that. Oh, it's not that bad.
not?
I mean after f5 actually, rook
Mhm.
takes d5 f5 before. I mean this engine on Lichess is not the strongest because
Yeah, yeah.
it's not the cloud, but I think it should be around 0.5 plus 0.5,
Okay,
which
yeah.
it's a draw in an end game, but
I would have expected more, to be honest. Yeah, yeah. I think
yeah,
it's okay. So, but yeah, queen d5, queen e7, I think is more relevant. I also think practically it's more likely to happen because you do feel that the rook ending is dangerous for black. So
yeah.
queen e and e7 is the only. I mean, it's the most logical square. Yeah, let's say.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Queen e7 is most logical, and yeah, what are we doing now? Of course, rook
Yeah,
f1 being a slightly weird suggestion, but I don't know what else. Is the rook d4 an idea? Or...
rook d4 is an idea. I mean, no, but actually, yeah, the rook is in some sense quite nice also on d2. It covers b2
Yes,
and h2.
exactly. That's
So
why I
rook
wanted
f1.
to.
Let's try it once more because last time it did work well
Yeah.
after rook bd8, which was a blunder. Uh, so what else is there? Uh, you could of course try to play something like h6 to prepare, but then rook f4, and you are not in time.
Sorry, on rook f1, where are you moving? Rook b6 or?
No, I said just h6. What would happen if we
Okay,
play
okay,
slowly?
okay.
But then rook f4 is quite strong, probably. I mean that's the idea at least. And one more idea was to play. Not sure it works, but to play king h8 to have f5. But it's too much
Instead of
probably.
h6, yeah.
Yeah, it's probably too much. Now
Oof.
white has this nice centralization. So the question is if we can somehow kick white's pieces back. It's so logical to try to go for a rook to d8. Uh,
So yeah.
But but currently, as you pointed out, it doesn't work. Can we prepare rook bd8 in a good way?
I'm thinking if I should go rook fd8 though, because
You can simply go rook fd8. But no, I will take anyway on f7.
yeah, but now I think rook d5, rook e7, rook
b2 is hanging.
d2, and I'm pretending that I'm fine after this, which maybe I am because I have
Probably
to
you are, yeah. Because after king takes d2, rook takes b2, I really want to play king c3.
yeah. Oh,
I needed one more move, then I would be doing very well.
Yeah.
Queen d5 played by Ding, so we are predicting correctly.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, and he did play it in a few minutes, so that's very healthy.
I expect Gukesh to quite quickly play queen e7.
And he did.
He did already.
Yeah, he did. He's prepared for this, which he's been thinking. And I think Ding just stood up from the board, probably went to break room. I mean, he was thinking for 40 minutes, so he probably needs to get some snacks, some coffee, some tea, and so on. So Gukesh is at the board and Ding is not. But
so
yeah,
we will see.
Yeah, Rook f1 so far, so good.
Yeah, I'm just thinking because there should be a way to do something before Rook f4 comes, but what is that?
Yes, but Rook f1 we just saw this problem. Rook fd8. If Rook
Rook
fd8
f8,
works,
yeah, that's
then if this works for Black, then this is not a good way to continue for White.
I mean, it wasn't the end of the world, but yeah, it was not better for White, let's say.
Yeah. So let's try to move this rook to somewhere else. Rook g1 would probably be running into the same thing.
Yeah, same thing. Also, I'm not so like in general. I want to stay in the center as White. So I mean, you could play Rook e d1, I guess, just to prevent Rook d8.
I like that. I mean, it's a triple battery kind of, you could say.
Yeah.
I like this domination on the d file. And then Rook d4 is a possibility, also followed by Rook d2 if you're really worried about the second file.
Definitely. I mean, the question is also then what if Rook d4 immediately? That also makes some sense if we establish that the Rook is strong on d4.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, if we start something like with Rook d4,
yeah,
I know you said it's maybe too quick, but I just wonder if it's maybe a good way to start.
Rook d4, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense.
I don't know what Black response.
What is Black doing? Yeah. Well, Queen h4, yes, Rook e2, I guess, works well.
Yeah, that was my idea, my plan.
And you can probably go or try to get your queen to a1 again, but I don't think it will do more than last time.
Yeah, like something like Queen g4 or something, yeah. And after this, like Queen g1 and
yeah. No, but now actually the e4 pawn is hanging this time. But
yeah.
So we should be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, absolutely.
How are we more careful? That's the question. Rook d4, Queen h4.
Maybe we can just go Rook f8.
No, I meant for White because
sorry.
after Queen h4, Rook e2, Queen g4, like in the line we had, we lost the pawn on e3.
Oh yeah, e3. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I understood e4. Yeah, sorry. You were right. E3. Okay, so you think this is worrisome slightly?
Well, worrisome. Well, at least Black is getting some counterplay. I think White may be still better because even after you lose e3, let's say Rook e d2, Queen g1, King c2, this line, Queen takes e3, you can also take on e4 still, and maybe still you are sort of pushing.
I probably am, yeah. But now it maybe makes it a bit easier for Black to push.
It looks like less than before, but maybe still.
Maybe. Yeah. Maybe you're right. But I don't know if this is what I want. I mean,
yeah, you
what
want
the
something.
most maximum.
Actually, we are already getting this feeling that there is more for White. Even we are happy here, but we want more.
Yeah, and that's why Queen d6 was also played because
it was played, yeah.
Just now it was played, but I just want to mention. I think the best move here, if I saw it correctly, was Rook e d1.
It was Rook E1. Yeah, we mentioned this move.
Yeah, it's to the center. Then you avoid this queen h4 idea where
Yeah.
the rook is hanging. But queen d6 obviously still a good move. I think it was the second suggestion by Lila. Yes, it was. And it's also asking a question, yeah, where are you moving? Because queen b7 looks so tempting.
No, Queen B7 for sure is the most natural, for sure.
Yeah,
But it's maybe a mistake.
I don't know.
Maybe after Queen B7, let me think. Can I now play your old idea with Rook G1?
Ooh.
Now we are threatening actually checkmate.
Oh, I like this. Yeah, let's say yeah, this a5 happens. I'm just going to
Yeah, for sure.
capture and checkmate again. Very nice way to win a game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like this. Okay, what are we doing? What are we doing? How are we protecting this?
I guess G6. Ah, no,
G6?
no. Actually, maybe you can play F5 now. Finally.
Can I? Okay.
What happens after F5? Because Queen D7, always Rook F7 will be possible, or maybe taken Rook F7. I'm not sure.
Not
Like
sure either, but yeah.
yeah, I quite like a Rook on F7 for Black in general here.
I agree. This looks like a black consolidated and needs draw.
Yes. After Queen B7, we should be a little bit precise, probably as white, not to allow Black F5, Rook F7.
Okay. Yeah, that is tough. I do have to admit. I was thinking about move like Rook E2, just so that I could be moving this D2 Rook on the file somehow in the future, but it looks again slow.
It looks a bit. It looks a bit slow. But it's also it looks useful also. I mean, let's say Rook 1 E2, F5. Is it so good for Black to have F5? If the queens come off, it's very useful. But
yeah, but
now,
yeah, exactly. Now we have to consider: is it
Rook D4, Rook D5, some possibilities.
I do
I
like
this Rook on D5 because then I will be able to play B4 later, and there is no A5. I'm really still. I think you can quite often play actually B4, Queen B2, even with the queen still on the board because you have such nice central control.
I like this. I like this Rook D5, especially because I don't see a very clear continuation.
I mean, the Rook F6 is a possibility. That's a big question.
Ah, okay, and something like
Yeah, then you can switch over. Maybe hard to say, like Rook B6, Rook C6, something over there, but not so clear.
Okay, yeah, okay, yeah, you're right. We should. Okay,
I
but
don't know.
again, it's something to be considered.
Yeah. The Rook E2 is interesting,
Passive.
but yeah, it does feel a little bit slow.
It is passive. It is passive.
But I'm not sure.
Okay.
Of course, he should not play Queen D5 because then there will maybe be a repetition.
Yeah, that's.
Queen D5 was played or what?
Yeah, Queen G5 skip played. So Queen B7 I thought was very natural, but Queen G5 I think was a suggestion by Lila.
Yeah, I mean it makes sense because the queen was a little bit offside on B7.
Actually, Lila would have taken the queen.
Really, yeah.
She would have gone to the Rook endgame and
That's
just
highly surprising.
Yeah, like totally. But Queen G5 was, I think, clearly the second best move. Oh no, and Dink played Queen D5 back.
Because of Queen D5 back, and after Queen E7, a better move than Queen D6. Doubling, yeah.
Maybe doubling, maybe.
Yeah, that we were discussing that it was possible to double.
Oh yeah. Well, actually, that's kind of a good
but
strategy.
it's now it's very risky because he played Queen D5.
Yeah.
Queen E7 will be played, and I mean we don't know with Ding, but having seen the previous couple of games, I wouldn't entirely rule out that he repeats.
I agree, but
also there isn't that much risk, yeah. Like you can definitely make some moves.
Exactly, it's a risk-free position, but the problem is even yesterday, Ding was clearly in a better position with black pieces, and it was also a very risk-free position, just opposite color bishops and rooks on the board.
But there is one difference. There is a difference between playing white and black because when you play black, at the start of the game, like if someone would offer you a draw, you
Yeah.
would be happily accepting it.
Yes.
But when you are white, it's a little bit less clear whether you are happy with the draw. So once the possibility to repeat comes, even if the objective evaluation is not so clear, it's much more likely that you will repeat as black than as white, simply because it's too difficult to adjust to the
Yeah,
new
the mindset.
circumstances.
Yeah, I agree. So I wouldn't expect with white he would repeat.
Yeah.
I would just like to see if there was any better move than Queen D5. But actually, no, Queen D5 was the best move on Queen
Queen
G5.
d5, but Queen d5 with the intention of repeating once and then play something else.
They do not get 30 seconds though, so this repetition.
They do not get 30 seconds, but they do get closer to move 40.
That's true. Yeah, it's in fact, yeah, it's move 24, so they only have 16 moves to make. And if I talk about the times, they both have 1 hour. So
yeah, they definitely have plenty of time.
yeah, absolutely. Again, even though we love the games where they're gonna be in time trouble, I mean, first game was
Yeah,
amazing, third game was amazing, um, with almost both of them losing on time. I don't know, first game, I don't know if you followed closely, but
I followed.
Gukesh
Yeah.
40th move, right? One
Yes.
second.
That was great. Now that's very unlikely to happen in this game, let's say.
It's like they were wanting the entertainment, on the board and off the board. We were
Yeah.
just jumping out of the chairs like, make a move, make a move.
Yeah.
So it was very, very funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, and let's think. Is there any other move than Queen E7 by Gukesh? Because he's
First
thinking.
of all, this question, yeah.
Yeah, first of all, yeah.
Because Queen H4 then would be the main alternative, I guess.
Uh-huh. Actually, yeah, you're right. Queen H4 looks something to consider, but again, Rook ED1, probably, right?
Probably Rook ED1.
Or
And
also
now
Rook
if you try to attack the pawn on E3, then the pawn on E4 might be hanging.
Yeah, this queen is again in a slightly weird position. I don't like it on H4. Do you?
No, not really. I mean, it makes more sense to have it on E7, yeah, because simply what is the next move for black after Rook ED1, let's say?
I offer draw.
Huh?
my next move is to offer a draw because I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, maybe King H8 followed by F5 is
Yeah,
still.
okay, let's try King H8. I mean, you've been talking about this idea for some time, and maybe it's time that we actually check it.
Exactly.
Because I don't see anything. Else, the idea is, of course, to go F5 and try to make some activity happen here, if possible.
Yeah. And now the question for white.
Could I go Queen F5 myself to stop this?
You could go Queen F5 to stop it. And after G6, probably give a check.
Of course, I love to give a check.
Yeah, you. That's nice. Queen E5 check, King G8, and now the queen is actually defending everything. So maybe now you can play Rook D7.
Ooh, Rook D7?
Well, everything is defended at least, as far as I can see. So
wow, and
should be
after
possible.
Queen F2, just Rook 1D2? I don't know.
Yeah, but maybe it's too much. You take on E3, and I was hoping for some trick, but I'm pinned. Yeah, it doesn't work. I mean, Rook takes F7 would be nice, but my Rook on D2 is pinned. So.
Exactly. If I could go something like Rook D7, that would be amazing. But yeah,
Exactly.
is not working. So maybe Rook D7 is a bit.
Yeah, it's too much. It's too much. I'm losing control.
But somehow, yeah, this Rook on D1.
But now also with G6, just in general, you don't want to play F5 next.
Yes, exactly. So maybe I did achieve something with this move.
Probably.
I
F5,
agree.
yeah. So, but what else do you do then?
I mean,
now it's time to go back Rook E2 and activate the other Rook.
I want to go
B4.
King
C2 or B4, yeah.
King C2, yeah, or King C2 immediately to stop.
No, B4 immediately. B4 immediately.
Oh, just immediately. Wow. Okay, I love that.
I don't know. I'm one of the two. I don't know which one.
I agree, and that's why Gukesh decided to go Queen E7. He's not putting his queen on H4. Not working.
Now we have to see Ding. Now we really have to pray that he doesn't go queen d6. This is a big moment.
If Dean goes queen d6, how
That would be
disappointed
sad.
are we gonna
That
be?
would be sad.
Because it would be very sad. Yeah.
Yeah, but rook. Okay, so rook ed1. Yeah, that's what we consider the main alternative.
Exactly.
So what would you be afraid of?
With which colors? With black? With white?
Yeah, no, with white. Let's say. Why would you repeat instead of going rook ed1? Like you must be bothered by something. Otherwise,
In
you
this
would.
case, yeah.
Otherwise, you would do it.
Honestly, I don't know. King h8.
King h8. Yeah, try to play f5.
Yeah, but somehow I don't believe that this is.
So now we know one interesting idea is to play queen f5.
It is, but here kind of.
Yeah, here it's a bit slower than before.
Yeah,
But
because
still.
I don't have the check. But still, yeah, you're right. Now, I mean, again, like for example, like g6 happen, I go. Let's just say queen a5. I don't know, just.
We also have to consider rook d7.
Oh, immediately.
Yes.
Ooh, spicy. Because if I take, you take, and this rook is just a beast here, and
Yeah, and
these
the
two
pawn
pawns
structure
are
is very bad.
terrible.
Yeah.
And so that means I would have to move, and I don't have a lot of squares to move my queen to.
Yeah, queen h4, but I mean, I will just play queen e5 check, and finally,
Again.
finally, maybe the idea of rook takes f7 is actually working after king g8
Oh
for the first
yeah.
time.
That is beautiful. Yeah, that is beautiful.
We
You cannot
managed
take with the rook because this one is hanging, and if you take this one, checkmate is coming.
Yeah, we managed finally to find one moment where.
Yay! It works finally.
No, but in general, I mean, we see the power of the centralization. Yeah, like white has this queen and rooks in the center, and therefore, so many tricks will work.
Yeah. Okay. So we like queen f5.
Queen f5 is very interesting. Yeah.
I do like it. I do like queen f5.
It's a little bit optimistic, maybe, but
It's annoying for black, and that's important. We just have to annoy black as much as we can because rook d7 is a big threat. I mean, in general.
Yeah. Queen f5 is an excellent move. Looks very strong. Yeah, king h8 is probably too slow.
Again. Ugh.
So
what else?
Yeah, what else? What else is there? What should be black's IDs here? Like rook.
I would like to take attack e3 somehow, so I was thinking something like a5. Just
a5, queen a7.
Yeah, a5, queen a7, and basically sacrificing queen a5 and pretending that rook a8 is good enough for black. I'm not sure if it is, but I don't think it is, in fact. I think this is winning.
Actually, yeah, here queen d5, you still have nice control. Yeah, everything is defended.
I feel like this is bad for black, so...
Probably.
But going a6 is just sad.
A6 is a bit too slow.
I just want to have that queen there, but it's so sad.
But
especially
it
because
does actually allow you to play rook b5 later.
That's true,
which
though.
is an extra option.
That's true.
And now you go queen.
But however, I cannot go queen e7 just suddenly because also e4 is hanging.
e4 is hanging. Also, rook d4. It's not so clear how much you gain by all of this.
Also that. Yeah. Okay. No! Ding!
What? No, what happened?
He played queen d6!
No. Ay, ding.
Ding. Oh no. That means that after queen g5, he needs to play something else.
Yeah, but then it would be much nicer to do it immediately.
No.
But why? Yeah. No, but it's also, I mean, to be honest, yeah, it's not so unexpected.
Gukesh decided not to accept a draw and went queen h4.
Gukesh played queen h4.
Yes!
Wow. Wow.
Gukesh, our savior.
Gukesh immediately queen h4.
He's like, no draw, no. I know I'm slightly worse, but...
And we haven't really considered the possibility of Gukesh playing on, yeah?
No.
Not seriously.
Especially you were saying with black pieces, you're happy with a draw.
I think, yeah, I would be feeling quite confident as white, yeah.
I mean, come on, first of all, Ding, what are you doing?
Why did you repeat? Yeah.
What is your... I really wonder what's going on in Ding's head. to play queen d6 again, because
Yeah.
especially because it's so easy to improve white position, but black's is much harder to improve.
Yeah.
But you're right, he was afraid of something. We have to figure that out later. But queen h4, I mean, we had that on the board and we liked it for white.
Yeah. But why? What was the move?
What was the? I think it was rook ed1.
Rook
I have to
ed1.
check. What
Yeah,
did we
rook
do?
ed1, and now if king h8, we played
Queen f5. Now, kind of in
now
a
queen
better
f5.
line. Yeah.
Hmm. But Gukesh is really forcing Ding to fight, yeah,
Which is good.
which is good because when forced, he actually does fight very very well so far.
But come on. Oh,
Yeah,
I'm slightly disappointed in being like,
it's a bit yeah. We were hoping for more, of
I
course.
mean,
Yeah,
I don't understand his mindset because he comes in the game with white pieces, with this great preparation, with this great engine analysis. He gets a slight edge. Of course, it's equal, but I would say it's easier in his positions. It's just easier to play with white than with
yeah.
black, and he decides to repeat almost each time just because his mindset is because this is where I decided that the game is actually draw.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you mean that actually we were completely misunderstanding the whole thing? That in the opening where Gukesh was thinking and had the possibility of queen f3, that Ding was hoping for queen f3 because then he would be able to repeat immediately and go.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Oh, okay. I mean, honestly, I applaud Gukesh. I mean, I was cheering
Ah, it's
for
impressive,
him.
of course. Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I'm cheering for both players. I actually do not have a favorite. I like you said, we just want good chess to be played. We want Dink to be in good mindset. But
Yeah,
Gukesh with this move Queen H4 proved he's in a better mindset. And
probably. Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
like him. I like him for that very much. Oh wow. And Dink
It's
did
impressive.
play Rook E1 by the way,
Yeah,
just
Ding
to
played rook
inform you.
ed1, and now we have to see. But also, we should not entirely rule out that we are evaluating the position a little bit wrong.
You're a bit
But we
biased.
are too optimistic for white. It wouldn't be impossible, let's say.
No, I absolutely agree. I mean, position is probably very much equal. I mean, Lila would probably draw very
Ah,
easily.
really? Yeah.
Actually, yeah, I mean, probably. In fact, the best move, black here after Rook ED1. I'm just checking Lila um,
Mhm.
just to be curious. I mean, actually, Lila very much likes white chances of winning, even given that Dink is much lower rated than Gukesh. I mean,
Mhm.
in this scenario, I would say much. Otherwise, of course, they're both very strong in
Yeah,
both
yeah, yeah,
ratings.
yeah.
But there's 35% at chance to for Dink to win the game, 54% to draw the game, and 10% to black for black win.
Ah, interesting,
So
interesting.
actually 35% of white winning is, I would also I'll almost say this is +1 in Lila's scores almost.
Ah, really? Okay, so that's more or less in agreement with what we are saying. Yeah, that it's quite hard.
I agree, and this
For
is
black
if
to win.
Gukesh finds the best move, which you want me to tell you the move?
It's not king h8. Yeah, I guess. Let's see.
No, but
Can it?
yeah, sorry, yeah, please.
No, I'm just trying to think what else there can be. We also had this move queen h3 at some point,
Yeah, we did.
but
Um,
currently maybe it doesn't work too well.
yeah, Queen H3 was it's followed by Queen D4, and apparently that's kind of annoying.
A queen d4. Uh-huh,
Yeah,
uh-huh.
maybe then followed by Rook G1 or something.
Maybe. He played g6, I see. Yeah?
And this is the best Lila move.
Ah, it's the best, yeah.
Besides G6, there was H6 and H5.
No, g6 makes the most sense of those moves because then you can protect with f5 later on.
Yeah, when you exchange the queens, and that's when it's needed.
Yeah, exactly. Once we exchange queens, you definitely want the pawn on g6. It's always better. Uh,
Okay. Okay,
and
G6.
now with the question, though the problem is also if you are ready to repeat, then maybe you're less likely to play a move like b4. Yeah, like it doesn't go very well along with the mindset of repeating moves.
I agree, and that
That's
makes me
a little
sad
bit.
because your B4 move is looking very interesting.
Yeah. I think at some point, as white, you either have to take some risk or you will anyway be under some pressure, because black will keep trying to push the king side pawns, and if you don't push on the opposite side, then you simply run the risk of black taking over. So I think Ding actually will have to fight, no matter if he wants it or not. He will be forced to do it.
But yeah, but I don't know. I don't understand his mindset. If he decided to repeat in this position, I wonder if he probably would have repeated in Queen F3 in the opening.
Probably.
God damn it. Okay, G6 fighting spirit by Gukesh. I love fighting spirit. I think we all do. If not B4, what are we doing?
C4 is mentioned in chat. That's to me a little bit less logical, but also makes some sense. And it's less logical because when I play b4, I can play king b2, king b3 slowly, and I'm still very safe.
Yeah.
But after c4, my idea will most probably be to simply play c5. And then I feel that the pawn on c5 is a bit weak, and it's hard to, let's say, get the pawn to b4 to support it.
Yes, I agree.
But I mean, maybe you can play b3, king b2, but that's, I feel, a much less safe square than c2, b3.
Yeah.
Because the queen on d5 is on the light square. That's basically the reason. But on the other hand, I mean, we can play b3, king b2, put the queen on d4 on the long diagonal.
Could have.
Let's say some setup b3, c4, king b2, and we place the queen on c3. And then we just go with the c pawn with the support of the rooks.
So yeah, let's say this.
Yes, exactly.
This.
That also makes some sense.
So beautiful. Totally can happen.
Yes. I mean, no, but because now if you push the c pawn, you're not giving up any squares. You're not giving up any counterplay. And worst case, the king goes to a3, where it's also quite safe.
Yes, absolutely.
So it also I mean, c4. The first time I saw it, it looks less logical, but actually, when you think about it, it makes a lot of sense as well. And yes, I also some question in chat that the big difference is the queen on d5. And yes, basically that's why we think that black white is doing well, because this centralized pieces makes white's pieces much more active. Like,
yes,
as we say, it's very, very hard to push the f pawn for black, but it's very easy for white to push the c pawn, like comparatively speaking. So this, I mean, this is a funny actually thing in this position, that like one of white's main advantages is that the queen is much more active than black's queen. On the other hand, if black tries to trade queens, white is also very happy.
Yes.
So like, what should you do with black? Yeah,
there's no winning.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Yes, absolutely. But I guess Gukesh has some idea. He did go queen h4. He didn't want to repeat, so he's thinking he has some chances as well.
Yeah.
I would, like you said, I would guess his next move would be h5 if white doesn't do anything, right?
Yeah, maybe h5. Yeah.
Or what do we think?
What I would like to do as black is to trade a set of rooks, but I don't think I will ever be able to do it.
Well, yeah, I do agree, especially with these two. That's why I loved rook d1 before as well. It just makes it so hard for black's rooks to do something.
Yeah, definitely.
But queen e5 played.
Queen e5 played. Isn't that a bit? Maybe it makes. I'm not sure what I mean.
It does make sense. You want to go rook d7 and h2 is protected. I get it.
Yes, that's the point. Yeah, I mean, in general, you want to go rook d7. Yeah, which you couldn't.
But I don't understand why didn't we start with something like king c2 maybe again, like or even b4, like you said.
Activate it, yeah, as quickly as possible. He wanted to activate.
Okay, so queen e5. Okay.
But if I go rook, let's say f e8.
Yeah. Does he want to go queen g3 or no?
But queen g3.
Queen c7 maybe.
But queen g3, if I just take and play, let's say h5.
Yeah, I don't see any problem.
Yeah, it fits now that black is at least as fast as white. Like
Yeah.
even rook b5, rook g5 is one idea. And
Oh.
now let's say if we trade a set of rooks, earlier I thought white would always be faster, but
But
now
now.
black is also very, very fast in a rook ending. Mm,
So I guess Queen C7 is more
yeah, queen
ambitious.
c7 feels more. And then there is a big question. If you go somewhere, let's say rook e c8, is it possible to take on a7 or not?
Huh. Very good question. Very good question.
Mm.
So rook a8. No, rook 8 is a problem, or
Yeah, rook a8 is one move. Then I go queen b7.
yes.
Now you go rook cb8.
And I go queen c7.
But actually, I can go queen d5 also, and I
Ooh,
everything
true.
defended.
Perfect.
No, no draw.
No draw. Yeah. Okay. We cannot do that. We cannot do that. So queen c7, very good idea. We are threatening queen a7. Important.
Yeah, we might be threatening queen takes
You're not even sure at this point.
Not so sure, but yeah.
Um.
But what about this old idea of queen h3?
Now
I mean, the pawn on e3 is hanging, so. But you mean you take on?
I would.
Take
Huh.
on a7, then rook a8. It's not the same as before. Now both
No. No.
e3 and a2 are hanging.
Yeah. I was hoping that I would play something like queen c5, and after rook a2, I would go rook d8 if
Rook
possible.
d8, yeah. Try to give checkmate, yeah.
I don't know if it works because rook a1, king
Okay,
c2
worst case also
check.
I can play rook a8 just to defend.
Oh, okay.
But now, yeah, probably I should I should do it like this: take a pawn first, and then go back with the rook. You are completely right. Take the pawn with check, and then.
I don't know. Yeah, if this works, because okay, there's a check, but I can also probably go rook d2. Yeah.
Rook d2, and yeah, I don't have anything. Yeah, this doesn't work.
So maybe in this scenario I go back. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I was hoping I this could be working, but maybe black is defending everything. Yeah.
Black is defending, and the problem is without the a pawns, the king is a bit weaker. Like let's say now you would take on e8 and play rook d2, then something like queen e6.
Yeah.
Or even queen f1.
Oh,
It's very hard to push now because the king will always be weak.
yeah, it's coming
And
from
queen
behind.
5, queen a6, always there will always be some squares for the queen. This will not be very unlikely for white to make progress here, I think.
Absolutely. So queen c7 looking good, and somebody suggested that
Queen
queen
g5.
g5. Yeah.
Queen
Looks
g5, rook f1. What is this?
spicy.
Is it suddenly impossible to defend f7 in a good way?
Well, I could say that I can go f5, but that's a bit risky.
Oh, f5. Ooh, yeah. It looks very risky. But yeah, let's see f5.
Don't know.
I doubt that it will be. Actually, worst case, maybe I now take on a7. And now, if you start to attack my queen, I will always have some check.
That's true. You always, yeah, because you cannot take, yeah.
I assume that I will have some check, like queen d4. Yeah, something like this.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Fair point.
Yeah, f5. I think it's only after the trade of queens.
I don't know. Yeah, f5 is just risky. It's just so risky to
But
play.
what else? I mean, otherwise it's but queen e7. I already have rook d7. I will not even trade. That's immediately winning. Right? Maybe it's simply winning. Yeah, for white after rook f1.
So you would go rook d7, yeah?
Yeah, rook d7. Okay, after rook f takes f7, I should be I should be doing well.
Yeah. Okay.
Suddenly,
Absolutely.
it's not so often you get the chance to triple on the 7th rank. Normally,
Yeah.
we say already doubling is a great achievement.
Yeah. Yeah.
So tripling should be very good. But yeah, no. But queen d5 was a bit of a random move. But okay, let's see. After queen c7, what do you do? I think also he has to play it because queen g3. It's not like it's going for a clear draw. It's actually can be risky for white. So it makes it more likely that his idea is to play queen c7.
Yeah, I also think that queen c7 should be played. Okay, but maybe we're not seeing something after queen
There should be
c7.
some idea that we are missing.
But what are we missing? Um, hmm.
Well, there was this queen. What's there? Queen h3.
Yeah, we were checking queen h3, yeah? And after queen
What are we
a7,
checking? Then rook. But did we check it with the
no,
queen on h3?
yeah, actually we should check. Yeah, queen h3, yeah, we
The
were
other
checking
opponent
exactly
is
this,
thinking again, yeah.
but then this was good for black because
Yeah,
this was
exactly.
holding, yeah?
Yeah, exactly.
So
Exactly.
you're
Exactly.
right. So queen h3, good idea, and maybe we have to find something else than queen a7.
Yes. So one thing you do allow is queen f4. Looks a little bit odd, maybe, but uh, you are getting some. Ah, he played already another move, yeah?
He played rook b8, so not f.
We are sticking to what was it Levan said? Sticking to current.
Yeah, to current events. Leave the past in the past, you know? We
We
live
leave
in
the
the
past in the
present.
past, and now we check this.
Now we check this. No, I mean, this move maybe makes even more sense because we do
Makes
want to
more
go
sense.
f5.
Again, if I can get the rook to the 7th rank, I'm quite happy with black. So like queen c7, is he trying to get rook e7?
After rook e7, I would go rook d7 maybe. But
Yeah,
yeah,
take. You mean take? You can maybe take it with the queen, because if you take with the rook, there is queen e1. But you take with the queen.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, actually, that doesn't work. There's queen h2 hanging.
Right, there is queen takes h2.
Okay, no, I cannot go rook d7. No, 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 no.
But then what will you do?
Well, I guess Dink will find the repetition somewhere.
Unfortunately, that's yeah.
No, I
So
don't know. Should we be considering queen g3 now? But it doesn't make sense.
doesn't make much difference. I think it's a very similar
Yeah.
kind of thing.
But queen c7, like what you said, rook e7 seems to be strong enough, and I don't want that.
Okay, you can try queen c5 for instance
Okay.
instead if you want.
Let's try that. Yeah, let's do that.
Anyway, rook e7, but now I guess rook. I mean, far from the only move, but let's say we do it. Now maybe rook d8 is a move. Is it?
I always want to play rook d8 if you give me the chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is always something to look out for.
Because
I mean, I can go back, but
yeah, but then I mean you did lose some time.
yeah, absolutely,
I think,
absolutely.
yeah, I'm not sure exactly what I will do, but
Could I? Okay, after a rook d8, could I go something like queen f6?
yeah, I get it.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Actually, I'm
But
not sure.
White is playing with the queens and the rooks instead of pushing the pawns. That's the general thing that I don't like. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I'm not sure if that's fine, but no, yeah, rook d8. I don't know. I don't believe that white has some advantage here.
Yeah, queen e5 is it's a little bit odd, I guess.
Yeah, you're putting yourself on some squares, but let's say I go back. I go queen d5.
Okay. You want to repeat that?
And basically, I'm saying, okay, Gukesh, you clearly do not want to draw against me. Like, it's
Yeah.
clearly off the tables. You find a move that is not
But
rook
also
b8.
this position, I mean, even if you wanted to repeat, like rook b8 is completely odd, in my
No,
opinion.
yeah,
Like,
you
what's
don't do it. No, he would
so
go
rook
rook
e7 will be played.
e7. Yeah. He would go rook e7, but maybe now he's claiming I will go b4. Because now your rooks are not there.
Yeah.
Play something against b4. I dare you.
You dare me to play. Queen h3 we were discussing a bit. Let's try it.
Okay, I guess now I would go queen c5 first, maybe.
Queen c5 first. Yeah, that's a bit annoying. No, actually, after queen.
Yeah.
After instead of queen h3, I don't like it so much.
Okay.
Can I put something on the c file first? Like
Okay.
rook c c7, let's say,
Okay,
or
let's
c8.
to
C8, let's say.
Okay, let's go to c8. No, no worries.
Queen b2, queen b2, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can always go queen f6, but I think it will be followed by something like queen d4, yeah?
Or even rook c2.
Oh, or even rook c2 or rook d4 actually as well.
Well, rook d4, queen f2, I was not so...
Ah, yeah, okay, I was thinking to play rook d2, but the pawn is hanging. Okay, yeah, absolutely right. So this would be like rook c2 or something, or rook c1. But still, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Also, it's pointed out in chat again, this fact that maybe the c pawn is also makes sense to push it. It's
Fair point.
basically, yeah.
Very fair point. And just king b1, not even b3, just king b1, yeah. Especially
Yeah,
because
put it
rook
on,
here.
yeah, could put it on b1, and then you can even double on the c file if you want to.
Yeah.
But why do you play queen e5, queen d5, and then do all of this? It's so strange.
It is strange. I maybe Dink is just not feeling well today. Maybe he woke up. You know, it happens. I don't know if it happens to you, Niels, but sometimes I
Of
just
course,
wake up and I'm like, oh, I'm not feeling like playing this type of positions today. Maybe I wake up and I want to play the French, you know?
Yeah.
I do not want to play e4, e5 positions, so I'm just like, but I have to, and then you get this on the board and you're like, oh no, again.
Yeah, definitely.
But still, this is World Championship match, so that's why they cannot offer a draw to move 40. So things like this don't happen, because I think like Ding would be offering a draw, yeah, at some point.
Maybe Dean would have offered a draw if he had the possibility. Not
Yeah.
impossible.
But Gukesh, we just saw that Gukesh would have clearly rejected it. So
I mean, basically, Dean offered a draw because
yeah,
Gukesh could repeat. Yeah, so
exactly.
like not
Yeah.
verbally, but in the position he offered the draw. So
Yeah, sorry, I'm just going to the left position. Yeah, rook b8, and now yeah, Ding is thinking, and they have very similar time still.
yeah, queen d5. Yeah, it's such a strange way to play. Can you play the same idea then in a slightly like if we play now queen c5? We said rook e7, right?
Yeah.
So then I play c4. Let's say.
Yeah. I mean, now you're in a bit of a way for c pawn to continue, but you protect the e3 pawn. You protect all the pawns, and you will go king b1 if needed. Yeah.
Exactly, king b1, rook c2. I would have preferred my queen on c3 than c5, but
Yeah.
because we have a weakness on e3 also, we need to be able to defend it in a, let's say, harmonious way. That's one of the key things. But you can play queen a3 maybe, worst case here. King b1, queen a3
Okay.
later.
Yeah. Yeah, you can always move somewhere else. Do you think queen e5 from Ding was actually the idea to play c4, queen c3? No.
Could be. I didn't think about it, but actually, yeah, it could be. Could be.
Yeah, I guess we'll not know it, at least not till the press conference.
Yeah.
What was this move's idea? But yeah, I like
But
this.
also, maybe there was some issue that something he didn't like with c4 immediately.
No, but I think what move were we actually considering?
We were
We were
considering.
actually considering c4 immediately. Yeah.
No, we were not really considering c4 here.
We were not. Oops.
But you could make an argument. Maybe there is also queen f6
on c4 if it's played. Yeah, because actually c4 we were just giving as a suggestion. What happens if black does nothing? Yeah, but of course black does something. That's always a problem.
Yeah, I mean, like queen f6, queen, let's say, swing over to a6, and then the rook on b8 makes a lot of sense. So in that, like, if you want to start to push the pawns, then probably, let's say, luring the rook to e8 makes sense.
Yeah, actually, you're right. Actually, the move does make sense now that we think deeply about it. You're also stopping queen from coming back to some active square, and after rook e8. But okay, now Ding is thinking, yeah, where are we going? Or did he play a move?
And by that logic, after, like, let's say, queen c5, rook e7, c4, black would play queen f6, but
yes.
But it's not the same with the rook hanging on e7, maybe.
No, yeah, rook on e7, as much as it's a good rook to protect everything, it's also not
for counterplay, it's maybe not fantastic.
Exactly.
But now, for now, rook d6 is a possibility, for instance.
Yeah. Oh, I like, somehow we always get to a position where I like everything about White's position.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't understand why Ding is so comfortable with the draw here, because
Also, he started to spend quite a lot of time,
yeah,
actually. A
yeah,
surprising amount of time.
he's now he has now less time than Gukesh, and if you remember in the opening, Ding had 1 hour 50 and Gukesh 1 hour and 7 minutes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
He had
now, yeah,
like more than 40 minutes advantage, but now he's
yeah,
spending. But also, he's not thinking like he's. It seems a bit like he's spending time on every move and then changing his mind and then spending time on something else. It's not like he's calculating some very deep lines and then just follow them through.
yes, yes, absolutely. And okay, I just want to point out why Queen G3, we do not want to play Queen G3 just because we believe that exchanging the queens would lead to quite an easy draw, if we can say that, or comfortable position
Yeah,
for
or let's
black.
say decent counterplay. Yeah.
Yeah, decent counterplay at least, because now with the queens on the board, I see all the weak squares black has, and I have this domination with this queen, and I do not want to exchange it yet. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
why I do like
Also,
this.
the pawn on g3 maybe. It's hard to say whether it's better on g3 or h2, but
It is, yeah.
I was thinking that it's a target for black, but also it helps stopping black's passed pawns a bit.
Exactly, especially from some f4
Yeah,
coming
but I
in.
think the main thing is that black wanted to keep the queens on the board.
Yeah, but we'll see. Maybe Gukesh,
We'll
sorry.
see.
Yeah,
We'll see.
Maybe Ding does
I
want
don't
to
think it's
exchange.
impossible to play queen g3, but yeah, it's certainly not the most tempting move.
No, it's not. I do like this queen c5 and c4 and king d1, and yeah, we
Mm.
don't, like you said, we don't even need to go before. Like this is more Ding style, just slowly but
Yeah,
surely
yeah,
get something, especially now. In his mindset that I notice he likes to play safe moves, and king d1 is a very safe move.
yeah, 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 definitely, definitely, definitely. Uh, but he's considering he must, if not, I'm just thinking what he's thinking about, like, uh, because queen c5 looks very natural, but is he simply thinking that maybe it's slightly more accurate to go somewhere else with the queen? Like we said, queen d5, trying to repeat. I mean, it's not so stupid because you
No,
do keep control over the d file.
exactly, yeah, but I mean, almost every move you play, you keep control over the d file. That's why also
So
I saw queen a5 to be an interesting move as well, to also keep this
also, yeah, yeah,
d8
exactly.
square
Yeah.
on and a7 square under control at the same time.
And then also, if you push the c pawn, you will not be in the way.
Yes, with queen c5 you're in a way, but then let's say go queen a5, king d1, and just yeah. But
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
in that some lines e3 is hanging, so it's
Exactly.
pluses
The
and
advantage
minuses.
of the queen on c5 that the e3 pawn is defended. It's not so easy to defend it in a nice way. That's the problem.
Yeah, but so far, yeah, we're seeing that Ding really doesn't want to push it once yet.
Yeah,
We're
that's
ready.
true. Yeah, and that's a bit of a problem because it's the only real ID you have as white.
Absolutely. And I mean, when preparing this opening, especially, I'm pretty sure that he checked this bishop e6 because it's a human move.
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah, yeah.
understand that queen f3 was in his line, but bishop e6 must have been in his preparation.
Yeah,
Maybe,
yeah. It's a very natural move.
yeah, and exchanging the bishop for knight is also very natural move. So I believe this is in his preparation, was in his preparation. And
But that
especially,
doesn't mean that you remember it. That's the problem.
that's a very fair point. No, that's a very fair point.
Yeah,
Maybe that's the problem. Maybe he doesn't remember it. But I just want to say, when they were preparing this, they also probably played some training games in which Ding could get the idea that he needs to push these pawns.
yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, but for sure he's thinking about pushing them. It just, yeah, he's trying to find good timing for it and also trying to gather his confidence a bit.
Ah, good. So Ding did play Queen G3.
Ah, he did play queen g3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ding. I do not like his mindset today. I don't know. I
But I'm not sure. I mean, is it really that drawish after queen g3? Because aren't we sort of entering a race quite likely if we go for the ending?
No, it's true. We are. Let's check it. So
I
Queen
mean, like
G3, G3.
races are generally not very drawish. Yeah? I mean, they can be, but it could also be that one is faster than the other.
No, yeah. Okay, but what do we do? F5 here, or actually, what
Uh,
do we do here?
But I'm not sure about f. I was thinking if it's possible to attack either with the rook, like rook e5, rook
Ah,
g5,
yeah, sorry, I forgot this was the
or
idea.
or even maybe with the king, although that's a bit slower.
It's slow, but it makes a lot of sense. But after something like rook d7,
Yeah, rook d7. Now let's say, how do I do this?
I have no idea.
Because if I go like continue with the king, you take on a7, king g5. That's quite slow. I think that's quite unlikely. But
Somebody,
it's
yeah.
not entirely impossible because if you get this a pawn, uh, you have 3 passed pawns. But to push 3 pawns, I mean, it takes incredibly long time. Like every pawn needs 4 or 5 moves. It's 15 moves to push all the pawns. So very often it doesn't actually matter whether you have 1 or 2 or 3 passed pawns because you only need to push one. And uh, yeah, I don't know. I mean, did he? But he played queen h5. Yeah, he's creeping the queens.
He's keeping the queens. Yeah, yeah. He doesn't want to go to this endgame because, yeah, I understand it's unclear. I will just check Lila's suggestion, what she would do.
But also,
Yeah, she
if we
would
think
take.
about it from the other perspective, like previously, White offered the exchange of queens, like let's say 5, 6 moves back, and then Black declined, and we thought it's very logical to decline that Black definitely should not trade queens. So maybe he's thinking that not that much has changed. The ending is still promising for White.
Absolutely, but now I feel like
Some logic, but it felt like Black is much faster than in the previous position.
And I think if I was seeing correctly, rook e5, so queen g3, hg3, rook e5 was great way to continue.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense.
Yes, yes. Of course, I think king g7 would be fine, but rook
Yeah, no,
e5
but rook
also.
e5 is definitely the most natural. Like it's the most direct move that comes to mind because
Yeah,
the rook is passive and the g3 pawn is very weak.
yeah, yeah.
And
But okay, he didn't want that. He didn't
yeah,
want
queen
that.
h5 was played. No, I mean also Dean is maybe playing the psychological game. Yeah, that he is trying to push Gukesh to play for the win with Black. Yeah,
Yeah.
but he's already almost 10 minutes behind on the clock, and the position.
It's
I mean, we should not let's say misunderstand what is going on in general. I think the position is very sharp. It's definitely not boring or drawish. It's actually very, very sharp because we have potential passed pawns on both sides, and nobody can just play solid moves. Like you have to actually try to push. So in
yeah,
such positions, having not that much time is quite risky.
it is. It is. But
But they made a lot of moves. That's the other
yeah,
argument.
it's move 29, so actually
Yeah.
11 moves to make, which is, I think manageable for Ding with
No,
his.
definitely. But it could easily be that in 5 moves you want to spend half an hour trying to calculate some very long lines. You have a difficult choice, and so on. But yeah,
Yeah.
normally should be okay, of course.
No, I agree. So queen h5. Now it's a bit annoying to push the pawns. Is it time for king b1 or not yet?
Why is it annoying to push the pawn? What happens if I play c4?
I don't know. I was thinking some queen a5 or queen c5 could be annoying, no?
If queen a5, I play king b1.
Yeah, then we go in this way.
But queen c5 maybe makes sense.
Yeah.
But I was thinking rook c2. Anyway, I want the rook. I want the rook behind my passed pawn. But now rook d8. Yeah. Yeah, rook d8 I should not allow. That's definitely. That's true. That's true. No, I mean after queen c5, I want to play queen c3. That's my dream move, but I cannot do it anymore.
You cannot do it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really what I would have what I would like to do. But
And
so
if I
c4, yeah, okay, probably you're right. It's a bit premature because, or actually,
yeah,
it's a bit premature. Because the queen will be strong.
Yeah.
The most natural move that comes to my mind is rook d5. But then I guess the idea is to play rook queen f3.
not queen e2, queen f3.
Or maybe queen e, yeah, maybe queen e2 actually. Maybe you're right. I was thinking queen f, because
Let's see queen f3. Yeah.
If queen f3, because I really don't think that you want to take it now. Then you open up for the rook, and also the pawn on f3 probably will be able to stay alive.
Yeah. Yeah. This looks like annoying to have that. I mean, I would have to go back and then king f1, rook f1. But I think f5 would be strong, with followed by something like f4. Yeah. Maybe could.
Something. Now you
Or
can take.
g5, g4.
Here you can take on.
Yeah, I can take so.
But g5, yeah, and you will be able to defend with g4.
G5, but yeah, okay. So many complications. Rook f1, g4. Yeah.
Yeah, this looks okay because you have so many, but like you have both f5 and h5 next, so
Yes.
you will be able to
I'm
defend.
fine.
Yeah. But after, I mean, after queen f3, it's also not so clear what the threat is because clearly he doesn't want to take on g3.
No, that's exactly. Yeah, that's why I was thinking of queen e2 more, because also
Yeah,
I could go to the other.
yeah, maybe. Let's see queen e2.
Okay, just a second.
Queen f4 was played.
Yeah, but I just want to see queen e2 just because I wonder if the idea is also to go to the other side. Yeah. Just quickly before we go.
Rook 1 d2 was my idea.
And if I go first queen f1, asking you king if you want to go king c2.
King c2 is my intention. Probably Ding's intention is not this. I hear queen a1. Finally, maybe we have a good moment for queen a1.
Is it time? Yeah. Now the queen on
I think
g3
it's
is
time, yeah, but
absolutely
it's such a difference with the queen on g3. The queen is completely offside.
I don't like this queen on g3 indeed.
Yeah, the queen is not. But that's why maybe he played queen f4 in the game. He also doesn't like it so much.
Why is he moving his queen all the time? Can we count his queen moves at this point?
He made one rook move, and otherwise he made what 6-7 queen moves.
Yeah, actually, in fact, I will go check how many queen moves he made from the beginning of the game.
So from the beginning of the game.
No, actually, no. Let's check it after, yeah, because beginning I understand, but so after exchanging the bishop for a knight, he made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 moves since they exchanged the bishop and the knight. So now basically this endgame only.
Yeah, he made one move with the rook, yeah, and 8 with the queen.
Exactly.
But maybe he's still better.
That's a funny part about this queen moves.
Yes,
yeah.
that's quite nice.
But queen f4, come on.
What is the idea?
Not to have the queen on g3.
I mean, you do attack e4, so you prevent maybe some mobility.
I would guess, yeah, rook d4 could be an idea to be played.
Rook d4 actually. That's maybe true. But also, I mean, also, what happened if I played rook d7 on the previous move? Because that was another of the ideas. Then maybe just.
So instead of queen f4?
Yeah, like I'm just trying to think, trying to understand a bit. Is it queen a5, something like that, or is it pawn a5?
Oh,
probably queen a5.
But queen a5, king b1. Oops.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm just trying to understand what the point of the whole thing is. And now maybe queen c7 is a threat. I mean, trying to trade.
Yeah, I don't know if queen a5.
But what else?
Yeah, that's a good
Because if you go pawn a5, then I was thinking I go back rook d7 to d5.
So I'm basically forced to go queen e2, and I will claim that the taking on a5 is not good.
That's too much, do you think? Yeah, because of rook b8.
Something along these lines, or even rook a8 if possible, but rook b8 first. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, rook d2, queen f1. Probably white will have to repeat. Yeah?
Because this queen a1 is. I don't know.
Not so clear now. Rook on a5 is quite strong, actually.
Yeah, I can go b3 or b4, b3.
Yeah. And if you go rook, let's say fc8, maybe queen comes back to e5. And it's risky. The whole thing is risky.
No, I would have played rook a8 though on
rook a8, yeah. Anyway, probably
and pretend that I'm not losing the queen after this.
But you do. You get two rooks, but too many passed pawns.
Yeah, there's just way too many passed pawns there. Like, oh la la. Just going a4. Yeah, okay. So a5 maybe a bit too much. Yeah, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Queen a5? I don't know. Again, but
or queen e2 immediately is also a move, I guess.
it is a move, but
Hard to say.
again,
I'm just why do we need the queen on f4? That's like, what's the purpose?
I don't understand why the queen is on the king side of the board.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I just
Okay,
don't.
he defends all his pawns. That's
But wasn't it very nicely defended on d4,
yeah, on
d5,
c3, yeah.
c3? You know, isn't this good enough? This was not good enough for Ding apparently. So queen f4 is on the board. Okay, yeah. But again, his mindset is just to make some moves because he knows he is maybe slightly better or equalish. And basically he's saying, I'm happy with the draw, but go ahead, make some changes in the position if you dare. Maybe that's it.
Yeah, that could be it. That could definitely be
it. Feels like Gukesh is trying to lose. No, actually he's trying to win, yeah.
He's trying to win, but of course it's risky to overpush. Like it does feel like he might be trying to overpush, or not trying to, but that might run the risk of overpushing.
New book by Ding Liren, my top 10 most memorable failed queen exchange attempts. Just one game inside.
Yeah.
And it's today's game. No, that's funny. So you can write it. Okay, yeah, queen f4.
So which move are we making as black?
Yeah, why is it such a struggle? I feel like Gukesh is enjoying this position more than we are.
Gukesh, yeah?
I think so.
Could be.
I don't know why.
What is there actually to enjoy? That's the. So what's White's next move now? Is you think it's king b1, yeah?
I mean, I would go king b1, yeah, and I would go c4 and happy.
And then why didn't you do it with the queen on g3? I mean,
I don't know.
Yeah, it's.
In fact, I don't know why I didn't do it with queen on d5 or d4. Yeah. I'm just checking.
There's somewhere. I mean, f7 is hanging somewhere. Doesn't look very relevant.
Okay, I think in a previous position you suggested when the queen was on g3 and we were analyzing, okay, what if
king b1?
What if king b1 and you suggested queen f3, yeah? And in this position maybe it didn't make a lot of sense because you're not threatening anything, but do you want to go queen f3 here?
Probably not.
No? Okay.
I don't know. Now you're probably threatening to take on f4. But we would have to check this. Yeah, actually, what is the move? Yeah, what do we do after queen f3? Like it looks like it got stronger than on the previous move.
Yeah, no, I just am saying that, yeah, on a previous move, the move you were not threatening queen g3, let's say, because that's what Dink wanted, as we saw. And Gukesh didn't. And in this, I think we are threatening queen f4, yeah?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Yeah. I agree. So then what's his idea? That's what I'm trying to understand. He played queen a5.
Yeah, which we thought was actually logical, but now...
Yeah, it's a logical move. Now we will see the strength of this queen f4 move.
Yeah,
whatever it might be. Now king b1 will be played.
Yeah, this has to be played, yeah.
It has to be played, yeah.
And I hope Ding will make it fast because he does have only 32 minutes. I mean, I know it's only a3 played.
A3 played, yeah.
He really doesn't want to play c4. Nils doesn't like it, yeah?
Yeah, he doesn't like to go for this c4 plan. a3.
Okay, maybe we I don't know what was wrong with king b1. I feel like it's a more safe side.
I thought a3 it's not so.
No,
I mean, it makes some sense, yeah. Like why would it be a bad move actually?
It's not a bad move. I just preferred my king on b1 because it looks safer from all these checks in the future, and also of the c file if I want to go c4. That's the only reason. But maybe I don't need to. Yeah, a3
Yeah,
is fine.
he doesn't intend to push the c pawn anytime soon.
No, it's
That's quite clear.
yeah, but you're now giving me some ideas.
But what are you giving? That's my question. I'm not sure I'm giving that much.
I don't know.
Maybe...
I want to sacrifice something on c3 now.
Yeah,
Okay, I
yeah.
could have done that before, but now I want
Exactly.
to do it more.
Rook c8, but no, it's not going to work.
I don't think so. Yeah, but I don't know. Yeah, rook c8 is maybe a bit too much. What if I do something like either rook e7 or rook e6 now? Is that the plan?
Mm-hmm. Let's
go rook e7.
Rook e7. Okay, yeah, rook e7. Maybe it's time. I mean, he can try to activate the rooks now. How? Let's see. Rook d. It's rook d5, rook d4, rook d7. They all kind of make sense. Maybe rook d. It's so difficult.
So hard,
so difficult to choose because rook d4. First of all, then I thought rook f8, and I was not sure what my point was.
I don't know. Maybe now rook d7 too.
But after rook d7, I thought maybe also you will play rook f8.
Okay.
So what else after rook? Okay, rook d7 is the most natural, I guess.
Okay.
Let's try it. Rook
so
d7.
rook f8.
Rook f8. I don't know. Yeah, maybe rook f. There is also queen f6 actually. We are actually putting some
pressure.
Yeah.
Can I go queen c5? Nah, that looks a bit weird.
Well, at least I can trade everything if I want to. But after queen c5, I will first play my favorite move b4. No, it's too much probably. Maybe king b1.
Yeah, we just want this king to be somewhere else.
Yeah, king b1.
Just
but now, yeah. After queen c5, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it does. Especially with no checks here, we can actually sacrifice this one at some point just to make something happen. Here, yeah. I don't know. Okay, I don't know. Maybe something else than rook e7 as well, though. But I don't know why. Is it time for h5? I don't think so.
Okay, let's say I play rook d7 anyway.
Okay, this is not the position for me to make moves with black pieces. Just saying that.
You prefer white, yeah? It's quite clear.
It's quite clear. I mean,
yeah, also pointed out in chat. Yeah, rook d5, rook takes h5 will also. I think the pawn really should stay on h7.
Yeah, very nice.
Yes.
Yeah. I have to be honest. I am not this type of player that could play black structure because I think I would collapse in like 5 moves.
Yeah.
Just because I find it difficult. I find it difficult. I don't see a clear idea for black. That's the problem. And when I play chess, I need ideas. It's basically how I think. Yeah. And I don't. Here, if I could just play by intuition, it would not be good. That's all I'm saying. So please give me some ideas after a3.
Yeah, I mean, no, but we need to activate the rooks. That's for sure. So rook e6, rook e7, maybe even rook e5 makes some sense.
Okay,
rook e5 because we might be able to go to f5 or somewhere, or rook f8, and then if rook d7, we can play rook f5, something like that.
Okay.
But rook d7 will be played anyway, most probably.
Yes.
That seems to be the plan. And now. And now what's the next move? Yeah, that's it's so tricky to understand what is going on.
Sometimes these positions make me cry.
Yeah.
It's not that bad. It's not bad at all. Just I don't know what to do.
But are you sure that it's not that bad?
Am I sure if it's not that bad? Can we turn off the evaluation? Are you fine with that? And we check?
Yeah, sure. It's up to you.
So yeah. So after rook e5, rook d7, it's plus 0.8, but that's a bad engine. Maybe it's a bit less, 0.6 maybe.
But it's still it's a significant advantage. But so what's a better move than
Rook
Then
e5,
rook e5 then, because
f5,
it looks unpleasant. f5.
f5, and rook.
Really?
No, wait, sorry. Why? Because okay, Stockfish says f5, but
f5.
Lila says rook c8.
Ah, your idea, rook c8.
For Lila, rook c8 is clearly the best move.
Ah, really? Yeah. No,
Yeah.
f5 is like if you place f5, I'm very surprised.
No,
I'm
but
also very impressed.
yeah, and I think Stockfish is also changing his mind
Well,
slowly.
what is
But
f5, rook d7, for instance? Then the idea must be to play rook c8 and go for this draw.
no, rook d8 actually after rook d7, rook d8.
But rook d8?
And he's claiming that after queen h6, you
You
have
have to
nothing, yeah?
take and play rook f7 or
Yes,
what?
yes,
And
yes,
then you give a pawn with check and go to a queen
yes,
ending pawn down, and you're fine.
yes. He's claiming that this
Okay,
endgame is true.
this is completely sick to go for.
Yeah, this is not.
No, there
No,
is
no,
simply no chance in ever.
no. I think f5 is just
No, f5 you can. There is no chance. Absolutely not.
absolutely not.
But rook c8 is quite likely. It's actually the first move that you suggested. Yeah.
Yeah, but okay, because I was playing for tricks, nothing else.
Yeah, but
It
that's
has a
kind of
plan.
Black's idea.
Yeah, it has an idea. That's why I played it, because it's the only idea I could find is to play for some trick here. It doesn't work now, but maybe in the future I'm preparing it, yeah?
What about queen f6 now?
There.
Queen f6, queen b6 maybe.
Oh, do you think Gukesh would want that? I
No.
don't like that. I don't like queen b6.
But the problem is what else again? I mean, you have to make some moves.
You're asking me difficult questions.
Yeah.
Can I can I go rook c5? Nah, rook d8
But
is coming.
rook d8 is also very. I mean, then you have to come back.
Yeah, that was just the plan to come back.
That was the. But then rook d7
Yeah, no,
doesn't feel like you're improving. Yeah.
no, I'm not improving. Oh god, okay, I have to pick.
Someone
I'm
in chat
sorry.
is suggesting queen
Queen
b5.
b5. Yeah, queen b5.
That makes sense. I mean, after a3 especially, it makes sense.
Yeah.
I think maybe it's even immediately.
Yeah, even immediately it's a good move also by Lila. Just somehow she prefers rook c8 first for slight difference, but queen b5 is a good move. Very good move.
So the idea is now if I bring the rook, then you go queen e2, and then the pawn on e3 is hanging.
Ah, queen e2 from this side. Very nice.
But
Yeah.
queen f4, back again. Or d4, or to d4 maybe. Very hard to say.
If you go queen d4, you have to keep in mind h2 is hanging.
I have to keep that in mind, but also
you don't believe that I can take it.
No, you can. But also a7 is hanging, so I'm not sure. But it feels like generally this trade benefits black.
I think so.
It's easier to push the h pawn than the a pawn.
I'm not sure, but I would agree. So let's say queen f4, just
queen f4 for simplicity's sake.
To
now the question is: there some issues on the b file? Probably not, because rook 1. Oh no, okay, rook b8. Let's say rook b8.
Yeah.
Okay, now of course Ding will maybe play rook d1, rook d2, rook d1 to repeat. not at all impossible.
Yeah.
Because yeah, but here actually probably you have to, because if king c2, queen a1,
yeah,
that doesn't look very good at all.
Yeah. After rook b8, but I don't have many choices. I mean, I can go from rook 7 to d2, but
yeah, but that's definitely not what you want.
Yeah, no. That's too passive. I mean, from the position that we had at the start, this one, that's just too passive. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, queen c4 is there and queen a2. So okay, queen b5. That's quite smart.
Yeah. I'm just gonna check if something has been played and we don't know it. No. Okay.
Don't think it was yet. Yeah.
No. Just checking. Yeah. Okay. Now Gukesh is thinking, and Gukesh has 26 minutes for 9 moves, and Ding has for 10 moves, and Ding has 32 minutes for 9 moves. Yeah.
So he's again up on time.
He's again up on time, yeah, but for a few minutes, yeah, not very significant.
Yeah,
but
not so much, not so much.
But I do agree that black's position is kind of tough, but yeah, queen b5 idea. Now we found this idea to play on the weak white squares. That's slightly easier.
Yeah.
Okay, so
also a queen b5 immediately makes sense. I mean, this
yes.
rook c8 is a bit vague.
Yes. That's what I wanted to say as well. Queen b5 immediately, and what are we doing with white?
Yeah, actually, do we want to? Okay, let's say rook d7 again. It's clearly the move I want to make in general. And queen e2, rook 1 d2, queen e1, king c2. Now I think you are not in time. Again, this rook b8.
Yeah.
Actually, rook b8 still an interesting possibility.
Yeah, that's
rook takes f7 doesn't work. Then rook takes b2.
Ah, cute.
That's quite important.
Very important. Very important. Very nice spot. Yeah, rook b8 again, making
rook b8. Now you're threatening
queen a1. Yeah,
queen a1 most probably.
Yeah. So I would have to. So I would have to let's think what I would have to do.
Yeah, I'm not sure what you have to do. Looks a bit.
Oh, I could play queen f6 and pretend that after queen a1 I can play c4.
That's one idea. I had another even more shaky idea.
Please do share.
I was thinking to take on e4.
Oh, and after queen a1?
To play rook b7.
Ah.
Defend like this. It's a slightly odd way to defend, but
it works. It's important that works.
As far as I can tell, it works actually. Yeah. And I mean, if you don't get anything on b2, then the queen on a1 is completely misplaced. So it could also be very good for white.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. Queen e4 looks easy, and if rook b7 works.
Yeah, and if rook e8, I was not sure, but even rook e7 maybe is possible.
Instead of queen a1, yeah?
Yeah. Rook f8, let's say. But I know you cannot do it because f7 is hanging. Yeah.
Also f7 is hanging.
Yeah, and you don't want to move the b rook, of course. Yeah.
Okay, so very nice. Yeah, rook e4, rook b7, very nice spot.
Some defense at least. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so rook b8 is not off the table. That means. Can I? Is it too brave? Yeah, no, I think it's too brave if I go queen a1 without rook b8.
Queen a1 immediately. But I was thinking anyway, rook b7 maybe.
Anyway. Okay.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
again,
you can play a5 and
but
I will. It doesn't inspire confidence.
But now I would go h4, h5 with white. Yeah.
Suddenly you want to. This is the first time we see this attacking idea, but it makes sense. No, but look at the centralization of white compared to black. I mean, it's terribly bad centralization from the black side.
Absolutely. So I'm going back.
Actually, it makes a lot of sense. Yeah, once you get this control.
Yeah, you can even start yourself. Yeah, and just keep this king safe.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's why. That's why
not too early, because then it might just be a weakness. It's not clear at all.
Yeah, that's true. No, that's why I would go back to rook d7 and not go queen e2 immediately. Maybe.
Rook c8 first was very smart to provoke queen f6, and then go queen b5. That was actually quite smart.
Yes, that was the idea. Because if I go rook c8, yeah, rook d7. Why doesn't rook d7 work exactly?
Rook takes c3.
And this works. Yeah, now there's just this check that I wanted to have all the time.
Must be
Perfect. Perfect. Okay, so that's why. Yeah, that's very smart. And now this.
So that's why we played. But we happily played queen f6, but then turned out that the e3 pawn was hanging, so it made sense to have a. But okay, queen f6 still, it must be the correct move.
It is, I think, it is the correct move.
Should be the correct, because what else? But queen b5.
Okay, Gook is still thinking. 21 minutes, okay, for 10 moves. We're getting slowly to the time trouble we wanted so badly.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, Queen b5, what now? What now? Can I go h4 anyway? I just want to see what you're gonna do against it. Without any rook d7s first, I will...
Ah, you play h4 immediately.
I don't know, I'm wondering how are you proceeding, because so far I think everything I have is defended.
You are definitely ruling out queen b3 as a possibility. That's true.
Yeah, pretending that I am.
Okay, rook c6. Let's see. I just want to sort of disturb your mobility a bit, or your stability rather.
Okay.
Because rook d6, I think I will take. In general, it seems to me that
you want to exchange one pair of rooks.
Yeah, I want to exchange because I want to get this rook on f8 active.
Yeah.
Now next move I play rook b8 or something, and at least my rook is also not clear because my king is still so weak.
Yeah, and then again you have some queen endgame.
Queen d4 check, queen takes e4 is
there. Yeah, and then you have to calculate if...
Oh, this is terrible for black.
Do not want to play this.
Yeah, no. Everything is defended for white, and
yes. So
but okay. After rook takes d6, I will not. I will play rook takes, and queen e2 then.
Queen e2. Okay.
I mean, even this looks kind of nice, but here less clear. I mean, you would like to play queen d4, centralizing nicely, but then queen e1, queen takes h4.
Yeah, I was thinking about queen g5 maybe first. It looks a bit weird, but I need to consider it. Yeah.
A queen g5.
Yeah.
And if check always. But okay, now I go. You have the same trick, yeah? Rook b8. You want to play rook d8 check?
Yes. I'm coming. I'm coming
nice.
back. Yeah, that was my idea. And if you do not go rook b8, then I don't know what I'm gonna do, but somehow we'll attack the e4 pawn, hopefully, or go rook d2 or something.
Yeah. I mean, you have moves, yeah. Even just back,
yeah. Yeah.
Even this maybe, yeah. I was thinking here even some h6 to try to trick your queen away, but I'm not sure. There, it feels a bit.
Yeah.
Someone saying, what was it? Some rook d5, rook h5 was some idea. Queen b5. Let's say rook d5.
Let's try this. Yeah.
But, yeah. Let's try. But like, if queen b3, let's say, then
let's
maybe.
say queen b3. Yeah.
Because queen e2, it would prevent it most probably. But queen b3, rook h5.
Cute.
If you take, it's mate. That's nice. But you don't have to take.
No. Let's say that black doesn't care and goes for something like, I don't know, rook e6. And because they suggested rook h7 if it works, but
rook takes h7, I don't really see the idea.
No, there's the squares are this rook is
you
not
simply
that
need
big,
the other
there's
rook.
no
Yeah, you need you need the other rook, but the other rook will simply, it's very very far away.
Yes,
it will not happen.
Exactly. So the queen b5.
By the way, queen b5 played, which was the most natural move.
It is. Rook c8 doesn't make a lot of sense. When you see queen b5, you're like, that's good enough. Playing on the weak squares, and I wonder what's the evaluation actually. I will just peek, I will just peek. Okay, 0-5, which is, good chances for white.
Good chances. So rook d7 is what we predict, yeah?
I guess that's what we were.
Because now the pawn on e3 is hanging, so queen e2, rook d2 should always be fine.
Yes, exactly. Especially because now, as you were saying, this queen a1 or rook b8 doesn't make sense, because we found, what did we find? Rook f7 we found, yeah?
No, I thought just queen takes e4. Rook takes
f7. Sorry, this is what we found. Yeah, correct.
Queen takes e4, queen, and if queen a1, there was rook b7. Yeah.
By the way, yeah.
Did you play rook d4?
No, he played it.
He played rook d4.
Yeah.
That also makes sense. It doesn't matter that much because you have the stability. So maybe rook 1 I mean, it will be similar.
I also think Ding is playing on time pressure slightly because he
Maybe.
does have
He
30
started with
minutes.
50 minutes more, but then he was down on time, and now he's again putting pressure on the clock. Okay, that's quite nice.
I, uh, I mean,
But it's not
maybe.
that many moves. What
No,
move number was this? It
it
was
was
move number.
32.
So he has 8 moves to make. Okay,
Yeah,
probably
Ding, but I think Gukesh still needs to make the 30-second move, so 9 moves for 18 minutes.
9 moves, so 2 minutes per move. Yeah.
Yes, and I believe this position is slightly hard to just make 1 minute per,
Probably.
I mean 2 minutes by a move. Yeah, it's been a it's been a long game already.
If he wins, it will be tough for Gukesh. Yeah, I mean, so many repetitions to avoid, and then yeah, okay, but it's a bit early to, to talk about that. But it's very unpleasant. Some strange psychological warfare is going on.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand it, but I'm pretty sure there's tension in the playing hall, and all the viewers that are there must feel it, or at least are confused because what are all these queen offers, and repetitions by Ding, but at the same time, this position just makes sense now. I mean, Queen Rook d4. I mean,
even this a3 makes sense. I think it was quite reasonable.
and Queen e2 on the board by Gukesh, quite fast actually.
Quite fast. Okay, well then he did just play Queen b5, so it's very natural.
Do you think Ding will go Rook 1 d2 and repeat?
No, but Rook 1 d2, Queen e1.
Yeah, Rook d1.
King c2 looks very solid.
It does, but
I mean, in general, that he's so keen on repeating. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
Okay. Let's check it. Rook d2, Queen e1, and King c2.
Okay, so you have to go probably back to b8 first, I would guess.
But
maybe not.
Now you always have Rook b4 idea to stop
Yeah,
everything.
but you will take the Rook on b4 if you play Rook b8.
Okay. But no, on Rook b8, at first I will take Rook e4. Oh no, you cannot because Rook b2.
Yeah, Rook takes b2 is always there.
So I would have to go Queen e4. And now you're going Rook e8? Or?
That was the idea, at least.
Okay. Okay, I believe you. I believe
also
that.
Not, I mean, still not obvious. Like, let's say here, can I even play? I wanted to play Queen f4, but you will not take on e3. You will play Rook, Queen a1 instead, I guess.
I would hope so, but then Rook b4 though.
And now take it. That was my general question was what happens if I take this. But you take with the a.
Yeah, I'm trying my best.
And if I give a check on a4, you go to b1.
Oh yes, finally. Yes, my king is on b1.
Finally. And pawn up, but yeah, probably not enough. This looks solid enough for white, I think. Yeah. So okay, let's go back. Let's go back because he's thinking.
No, but Rook d2 looks natural, but maybe doesn't need to be played. He needs to consider if Rook e4 works immediately.
Rook takes e4. I guess the idea is simply to trade and take on h2.
I would guess so. Yeah, slightly simplifying everything.
Yeah, but also this trade is quite beneficial, I think, for black because now the h pawn. The nice thing with the h1 is that you can always push it. You don't really give up any.
So after Rook h1, you would go, I don't know, Queen e2.
But I will move anywhere, and after you attack the h pawn, I just play h5.
Very easy chess.
Yeah.
Simple, very nice. Okay, fair point. So I don't want. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I just said that the live board seems to be stuck with it because Queen b5, Queen e2 has already been played.
That's true. I will check it. Just a second. Oh yeah. Okay, now it works.
So he can take one repetition, but we don't know. But if Gukic wants to repeat, but most probably he wants to repeat. Because okay, Rook 1 d2 to play Queen h5 or Queen a6, not repeating, that would be completely insane.
Also, given the time,
No, no. I mean, also e4 is it doesn't. He will repeat. So Ding knows now that he has repetition.
yeah, he must be happy, yeah?
Ah, queen f3. Ah, queen f3. Ah, someone is saying queen f3. Ah, that's the
Fair
point.
point, fair point. Yeah, he doesn't even have to check. He can go queen f3 also immediately if he's ambitious.
But why? I mean, he could have gone queen f3 immediately. So now, then the rooks were on d2, d1, and the pawn was on a2. So white has gotten rook d4, rook d2, and pawn a3 for free. Can it really be worse for white?
I don't
I
think
find that very hard to.
I don't think so.
I
But
find
also, is
very.
that really a progress? I mean, it is slight progress, but
No, I mean, doesn't make a big difference. But once before he didn't want to do it, so
I think
why
he,
would he
yeah.
want to do it now?
But he's just playing move by move, yeah.
Ah, you mean like that? Ah, he's playing move by move, and now he realized that he has to. But okay, is there anything wrong with queen e1?
I don't think there's anything wrong, except king c2, yeah.
Yeah,
Nothing wrong, but I know.
yeah.
Now you said yeah,
I mean, this is still very sharp. Like
rook b8, yeah.
rook b8. Last time you took on e4, right?
Yeah, but then again, rook e8
Ah, no,
was
no, you
a
didn't
bit.
take immediately because rook takes b2.
Yeah. What did we actually do? You know, we have so many lines here that I actually forget which one. But I think we need to, right?
No, we played maybe. Did we play? Yeah, it's tough to
Very tough.
understand.
Yeah, I think this was a good idea by
This is simply better. A better. No, queen takes e4 was tried.
yeah, but then rook e8 we were
Rook
considering
e8, queen
queen
f4, and not
f4.
taking an e3, but playing queen a1
Yeah,
instead.
queen
But
a1.
it turned out well for white after rook
Yeah,
d4.
exactly. Yeah, yeah. In
So let's instead of queen a1, what if you take an e3? Are you worse? Because
do
I thought so. Like let's say queen takes e3. I
yeah.
was thinking queen takes, rook takes. Aren't you worse? I mean, again, I always feel like I'm faster with white. c4, let's say, or b4.
Immediately, or you want to go rook d7 first? c4?
No, I'm not sure whether I want rook d7 or rook d8 yet. It depends. Because
Uh-huh.
I might actually want to go for the rook ending.
Okay.
I think. I mean, just visually, yeah, I'm further ahead.
Yeah, and if I go f5, it's just not too bad for the black king, so that's bad, yeah.
Yeah, even just c5 and
Oh, whoa. By the way,
rook d2 played.
yeah.
Okay, queen e1, rook d1 would be too much. I think he will play king c2 because he's up on time, and it's like because when you are, let's say, probably he's a bit nervous and feels a bit out of shape, or let's say lack of confidence.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's tough to make decisions, yeah, general decisions. But to calculate clear lines, you will always be able to do. A player of his level, he will not struggle to calculate whether he's getting mated or not, because I mean,
Yeah,
he's so good that there is no
very
decisions to be
good.
taken. So king c2, I think, is
Would be natural, but however, I predict that Gukash will go queen f3 immediately. He will not give a
I
check.
think he will go queen f3
I don't
immediately.
think he will like this king c2 there. That's just my
Ah, like that,
opinion.
yeah. Maybe. And then, but after queen f3, so he went queen a5, queen b5, queen e2, queen
So
f3 instead of immediately.
yeah.
It
Oh,
cannot be. It.
analyzing this game will be a struggle.
Yeah. There will be some nice recaps out, yeah, afterwards, trying to explain all of this.
Yes, because we're here and we're like, oof, so
No,
many
this is almost
possibilities.
impossible to understand. Yeah.
Very hard, very hard. But I mean, very good game. That means, it's a very good game so far.
So far, yeah.
So basically,
But
if
he's
queen of
thinking.
yeah.
He's spending some time. He doesn't seem too sure of himself.
Okay, actually, I will also check the camera. I mean, it's frustrating position. I mean, he cannot be enjoying it. Who would
No,
be
that's
enjoying this position with black?
yeah. That's why it's so strange. Yeah, that he decided to fight for the win. It's nice, of course, for everybody, but also quite odd. So queen f3. Like we have to calculate first. Queen takes f3 is of course great if you win, if you're in time to win the pawn. This
Yeah.
much we can conclude, but maybe you're
Mhm.
right now, because now I go rook 1. Oh, sorry, rook 2
Yes.
d3.
Yes.
And I'm threatening rook f4.
Yes, and if I go g5?
Yeah, then I want to play rook g4.
And after, let's say, h6?
After h6, I go rook g3.
Rook g3.
And I'm in time to pick up the pawn.
Yep.
But meanwhile, while I was saying all this, I realized that after rook g4, maybe rook e5 is a move.
Yeah, okay.
And then if rook g3, you have rook f5, and suddenly this pawn is very dangerous.
Okay, let's not do that.
But here, yeah, this is tough.
No, yeah, don't like that.
I was just thinking, are you in time to play instead of...
Mhm.
No, after rook e5, you're threatening h5 also. Yeah, this doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
Rook e5 is too strong.
Okay, so not like that.
Is it? Yes. Yes, it is. So... But yeah, the problem is like once h5, g4 comes, it's already very bad for white. Yeah.
No, no, please do not allow that.
Yeah, we
It's
cannot
risky.
let that happen.
It's risky to take queen f3. That's why I think it's a good move. I mean, not risky. I think it's not even good if white takes queen f3.
Yeah.
And that's why now Dink will have to think, what do I do? Queen h6, queen g5, queen g3 back. They go rook f2. I don't want to go.
Rook f2 and rook takes f4, then f5 comes.
Exactly, yeah.
That doesn't look that nice.
That looks... I do not want my rook on f4, yeah?
Yeah, you want your rook, this f4 rook should be on
C2,
d7 or somewhere. Yeah?
I want it on c2 and then just push the pawn, yeah?
Exactly. I hear, yeah, 7 franc is never an issue because you will just trade, so... yeah.
What then? I mean, okay, let's consider queen h6, even though I do not like it, but let's consider it.
Mm-hmm.
What does black do, basically? That would be my question. Is it... Oh, maybe now rook d8,
rook,
yeah?
then you come rook d8 back, yeah? Rook b8, you want...
No, where did you want to go, though?
No, I mean just if rook e5 or something, then you can go rook d8.
Yeah. But I was thinking maybe this, because then I threaten queen f1 and queen
and then
a1.
you can threaten all of that stuff, yeah?
And then
like
I can, yeah.
So king c2?
Queen f3 played, yay! I know
He did
Gukesh.
take queen f3, yeah?
Me, Gukesh are the same person, just so you know. Queen f3. Oh, yeah. It's in his spirit. I mean, that's what I felt.
So now I have a question.
Please.
What if I now play queen g3? Just to confuse you.
Yeah. Okay. But no. Yeah. Okay.
So what kind of version is this?
You are confusing me.
This is highly confusing, because if you take, what is it compared to before?
Yeah, what I do not want to take, but if I do,
take rook e5.
I do and go rook e5. Yeah, I think it's very similar to before.
Very similar, but one tempo could be quite valuable.
That's true, especially like I could go rook a4 here maybe instead of rook d7. Like before.
But rook g5? Rook g5 anyway, rook. No, what do you play after rook g5?
I was hoping maybe to take on e4 instead, and then the other rook on d7 or something.
But I will push the h pawn. I think such position is not fair at all. Because I would be able to push both h and g very, very fast. Such position is already quite dangerous for white, I think.
Yeah.
So take rook e5, you have to find a way to keep... Yeah, what to do?
Can I go g4?
You can go g4. It was actually just what I was thinking about. But then I thought rook f8.
Yeah.
Now you threaten rook g5. Now, I mean, now maybe you can go back to this rook f2, rook f4 ID, but it's not that great, I think. Still something like h5.
Yeah, h5 is very strong, I think. Yeah.
It's not the way for white.
Absolutely.
No, but queen g3 is very strange. I don't think
it's in Dink's spirit, so
it's in Dink's spirit, but it's also very strange.
Very strange. But okay, what else? I mean, I really wouldn't allow queen takes f4, so I don't see any
alternative. I mean, no, it's really this queen takes f3, whether it maybe works anyway. But yeah, currently I don't see it.
Hmm. Yeah, actually, I will check how the players are looking. I don't know, they're both poker facing, so I cannot read anything. Um, okay,
Mm,
just maybe I can mention the time again. 24 minutes for Ding in this position after Queen f3, and Gukash has 11 minutes. And
but
it's
that's not so much, yeah.
seven moves to play and 11 minutes, so it's tough, and that's why we need to make it difficult.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
After Queen f3, yeah, Queen g3, very reasonable move. Queen g5, is that getting us somewhere? Not really, I guess. After Rook b8.
Uh, yeah, it looks like a better version for black for sure. Should be a better version. What
Okay,
else?
what if? Oof, okay, maybe that's a bit weird, but what if I go King c2
Okay, I have to take.
and you take and I take with the pawn and I pretend that you have no that it's much harder to break for you in this position on the
Could
king
be,
side.
could be. Because yeah, I cannot really play. Yeah, how do I actually make progress here? Okay, let's say I play f5.
Yeah, and somehow I'd go either b4 or c4. I'm not sure.
Yeah, probably you will have to do both. Yeah, let's say c4.
Let's say c4. Yeah.
Yeah, first idea of course is to play g5, but you will not take it, I guess.
I think first I will go rook g2. Yeah.
Yeah, rook g2. Uh, then I have to play g4.
Yeah, and again, how
Now
do
it's
you?
time for me again to come forward.
I mean, can I go c5?
c5, let's say. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, it's very sharp.
I
Quite
mean, yeah,
interesting. Quite
h5,
interesting.
and then I don't know. And maybe king on c2 is slightly misplaced. Yeah. Um, I
Also hard to say. Also hard to say. I'm not. I mean, if you think that the king is misplaced, then you can play c4 immediately instead of king c2.
uh-huh, uh-huh. Would that okay? Let's try it. I would be
Why not?
scared of some checks on h1, but
Yeah, but what doesn't really king c2?
yeah, that's true. I mean, I guess there's no problem
You
with
lost
h1.
even more time as black there.
Okay, yeah, fair point, fair point. Yeah, c4 looks like an interesting idea. And let's say in this case, queen f4, we take back
I
and
think the queen
got.
takes f4 must be the idea. Otherwise, what's the point
I
of
agree, I agree. So we get to this endgame where black plays f5, and
probably f5? Yeah,
now do we go b4? Do we go c5? I think b4, yeah.
let's say b4.
I
I'm still not sure it matters that much exactly
Probably
how,
not.
because you probably have to push everything anyway. Now,
Um,
yeah, it's very useful for you that you have two rooks as
yeah,
white. With one rook, this g5 would for sure work.
yeah,
But with one rook,
it's a bit
it's
dubious.
so let's say I play now rook e7 or rook f7. I don't know which one.
Okay. Let's go rook f7.
No,
No, let's go
yeah,
rook
rook
e7.
f7. Okay, rook f7. Let's
Okay,
try rook f7.
whatever. Let's
Oh,
say
whatever. Yeah, let's
let's say
go
that rook d8 is not a problem, which probably isn't. So I go c5, and
c5, and now I go g5.
your idea is to go g5. So on rook g2, you go rook g7.
Rook g7.
Um, Hopla.
But maybe you take with the rook.
Yeah, this needs to be calculated. This needs to be
Because
calculated.
rook takes, f takes, f4.
And
And now
king,
the point is that you can bring the king. That's the
king,
big difference between white and black.
But you're saying that e3, king e2, f3.
Yeah, it's not. No, it's. I'm simply not in time. Yeah, I'm losing this
Uh-huh.
as white.
Maybe king d1 instead.
King d1 is a better. But king d1, do I?
f3.
Let's see. Yeah, f3 now.
Yeah. No. Uh, yeah.
Yeah, actually, actually, you're
c6.
c6, e3,
Rook f4.
e. That's the way. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just trying my best not to lose right now. Which is bad because we're in the position that
Check.
we came from.
Now maybe check on d8. King e1, f2 check.
King e2.
Rook d2 check. No,
I'm
no,
taking it.
doesn't
I'm
work.
taking it.
Doesn't work. Doesn't work.
Uh,
Maybe white is here. Ooh, but this is what I mean. Like, okay, you only have, let's say, 5 moves, or in this case, 7 moves left to make. But you have to calculate this line till the end. Otherwise, you might lose with any color. So.
Exactly. And keep in mind, Gukesh doesn't have a lot of time anymore.
Yeah.
So let's just go back to the
he's
queen
about
of
to make a move, Ding. I saw he was reaching out for his queen, so probably he wants to play queen
No,
g3.
not queen g3.
But I don't know why is it such a bad like it makes some sense also.
No, it's a very logical move. No, I just
the queen d3 take rook e5. Yeah, this is what we are not entirely sure of.
Exactly, rook e5 is what is problematic to us.
The rook e5, maybe rook d5 is a possibility to.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Because if rook f8,
yeah,
I don't want to take, but I will just push, like c4 or b4.
Okay, you're not.
I will not let the rook up. So again, there was this slow plan with king g7, king h6, king g5, but yeah, very hard to say.
Yeah. I'm just waiting for Ding to make a move, because if you say he's reaching for a queen, it will be funny, queen g3. But yeah, I know this is not again clear. I guess, can I go something like h5 instead of after c4? Do you just go c5 or b4?
I wanted to play c5
immediately. Okay.
Yes, immediately. I will go c5 because I don't yet know whether I need the b pawn or not. Because in this situation, I can take on e5 and play rook c2. That's another.
This is what is actually bothering me very much. So maybe h5 is too slow, or maybe actually I'm already much worse.
Let's try g5. Let's continue, because this is far from over.
No, absolutely. Yeah. No, here
because if you take immediately and play rook c2, then I play, let's say, rook c7.
No, sorry. How can you? You go back to rook e7, yeah.
Yeah, rook e7, c6, rook c7, and who knows? Yeah, then the h pawn is also around.
But before
h4,
b5.
But then no.
Yeah,
I'm not in time as black. You're right. This is winning for white.
Yeah.
This is definitely winning.
No, this is so dubious. Everything's so dubious here.
Okay, I will need to refill my water bottle. I will come back in 1 minute.
No, we're actually taking a break. Me too. I'm gonna get more coffee, because now games is gonna get very, very dramatic, and we
have to take a very short break.
Very short. We'll be back in a few minutes.
Yes.
welcome back to the commentary of the World Chess Championship match played in Singapore between Ding and Gukesh. Apologize for that. Nils, can you continue?
Yeah, yeah. So actually, we had some developments, and Ding, after a long thought, he did find Laura's move finally, King C2, and they just traded on F4 and played F5. So it's more or less what we predicted to happen. And I see that he has finally played H4 as well. So that's a little bit different from what we were analyzing, but basically the idea is the same, that we were very much into this G5 ID for black. And with H4, this G5 ID no longer exists. So Ding is definitely, he's trying to prevent the 4 pawns from advancing, and next up, if given the chance, the C pawn will start to march. But on the other hand, black has a protected passed pawn on E4, so it's a little bit more double-edged than before. But now Gukesh is thinking.
Yeah, King C2 really made me cry, you know. But good, happy tears, happy tears. But yeah, and they exchanged the queens. Oh wow, what happened with my voice? Sorry about that. Yeah, I drank my coffee a bit too quickly. A bit too excited when I saw King C2, and now I have happy tears. But yeah, now he took F5 and H4. We actually discussed C4, yeah?
Yeah, we also discussed whether maybe C4 was more precise instead of King C2 as well, with the same ID, but maybe a slightly more precise way of doing it.
You know, I will actually check Lila. Because I do agree. Lila liked Queen G5 actually.
Queen G5. Oh, that's a bit odd.
But C4 is definitely in front of King C2. Yeah.
I see. So but that makes sense, because King C2 is not at all clear whether you need it. Not only do you give a move, but actually also it's not so unlikely that you would at some point want to play Rook C2.
Yeah,
that
exactly.
Could be a possibility as well.
Yeah, and you would go like King D1, King D2, just to stop this pawn if needed. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like, but also in the other line, we simply never moved the king from C1. We just went Rook C2 later on.
That's true, and it's move 36 now. Yeah.
Move 36. So he has 5 more moves to make, and he has 9 minutes. And again, it's sharp. Like, it's a rook ending. Not that many pieces left, but with these pawns running on both sides, a lot of things can happen, and it can definitely be that it's a matter of one tempo. So definitely not an easy position. Quite dramatic, actually. So what should you do as black?
After H4?
Yeah.
I guess it's time for this idea that we also had before, but it was slightly different pawn structure. King G7, King H6, King H5 maybe?
King G7, King H6, King H5, that makes a lot of sense. King G7?
Yeah.
Let's say, what do I do? Okay, let's say I play C4.
Let's say I don't care.
Yeah, you play King H6, yeah? I will play Rook D7.
Ooh, okay, yeah, okay.
And King H5, I was not sure whether I want to take, actually, or I also have the move Rook G2, which can be quite tricky.
I like Rook G2 a lot, yeah.
Rook G2 is tricky, but like you cannot take on H4 because it's made fun. But also my other idea, which was maybe the more tricky one, which I also very much like, is if you play H6.
Yeah.
It looks like everything is covered, but actually Rook H7
followed by Rook G5.
And there is no way to prevent Rook G5.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And suddenly checkmate is coming. So yeah, that's nice. So it's a bit risky to go up with the king. Not clear whether that's the correct plan. So it's actually it's a difficult choice. Another way to play would be, of course, to bring something to the 7th rank, like Rook E7 or Rook F7. Rook F7 maybe.
Let's check Rook F7.
C4 and then maybe go for the same idea with King G7.
Because exchanging one pair of rook would be useless.
I have no idea. I have no idea. That's we will need we will need to find out. But okay, let's say c5. I mean, just the simplest way is to just make the
Very
moves and
simple,
see what
very
happens.
simple.
c5, king h6, rook d7. Let's say rook. I'm not sure, but let's say rook d7, take, and king h5. Now,
Okay. I would want to go king d2 now.
king d2. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Ooh.
Now you want to play king e3.
Yeah.
Wait,
Sorry, e3 was played, but let's
play
just finish
e3?
that line, yeah?
Sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah, okay. Sure.
E3 was played, but if you don't mind, yeah, we can just finish that line very quickly.
Yeah.
Sorry. I think it was here that we were checking. Yeah, rook f7. Okay. So yeah, king d2, and what you were saying?
Yeah, I was not sure whether I can include e3 or not. E3, king e2, king g4. But then rook d4. Yeah, this maybe is good for white.
I cannot go c6 immediately. It's too much. Yeah.
Maybe, but also even if you would go rook d4, probably you have everything under control.
Okay. Yeah.
I have to take on h4. But maybe we should stay in.
We can stay in the live game because it's it's very interesting. But that would have been an interesting way to play. But Gukesh decided to go e3, which is very direct.
E3 is very direct, very direct. Is the idea after rook e2 to go rook e4?
Oh, didn't he? He went rook e7. He didn't go rook e4.
Yeah, because rook e4 maybe just king d3. It didn't make too much sense. So rook e7.
Yeah. Okay.
Really? Yeah.
I don't know.
And now, now I was watching the camera. He was looking at the score sheet just to make sure how many moves are there.
Yeah. That's needed, especially because this is now move 37, and both players have 3 moves to play.
Yeah, 3 moves to play. And actually, when you have less than 5 minutes, you don't need to write the moves down. So that's maybe why he was looking.
Oh, okay. Very good.
That's a rule that not everybody knows nowadays because they are so used to playing with increment.
Yeah.
But in the old days, people were not writing their moves when they had less than 5 minutes.
Okay, so that's the trick.
Yeah,
Get under 5 minutes and forget the score sheet. But you know what's the problem? You just write the move automatically when you're so used to it. The players write this
many
move
people do this, but
automatically.
actually you are losing some time because of that.
Exactly. Yeah, for sure. So rook e7, and now
actually it's an interesting way to get counterplay because he wants rook fe8 and then probably rook e4.
Okay, so from this direction, what if I just go c4, rook f8?
Yeah, we have to try c4.
Yeah, rook fe8, and let's say I go c5.
C5, yeah.
You go rook e4.
Yeah, but I'm beginning to like.
I go king d3, yeah.
Aren't you just doing very well?
I mean, my king is in the center is amazing, isn't it?
Yes. This looks winning.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, no, it's not. It cannot be rook e4. It cannot be rook e4. Maybe it's again this idea. Rook e7. What did you play? You played c4.
c4, yeah.
Is it again this idea with king g7?
Oh no, he went king d3, rook fe8, which is very similar. I think we will.
Similar, yeah. So c4, and now probably king h7 is the way. King g7, sorry, is the way to make counterplay.
King g7, and after c5.
King h6.
Okay, you're still going, yeah. b4.
Well, what else?
Yeah. What else? No, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Because king h5.
King h5, yeah.
b5, and your
king takes h4. What is going on? This is super sharp.
This is very sharp.
c6, king g4, I guess.
This is very sharp.
Or king g3, g4, king g3, I think.
Yeah, king g3, king f3 is very annoying.
Yeah, king g3, let's say. c6, king g3, and then next move g5.
Oops, sorry. Next move g5 even. Oh, whoa.
Yeah. But I mean, this
is so sharp.
Incredibly sharp.
This is so sharp.
To me, it looks like black is now quite fast somehow.
I think black is fast enough
faster
here.
for black, yeah.
We went wrong somewhere, so basically Ding can go wrong very easily.
Ding can go wrong.
So I guess this is now the position. Is c4 even the right plan here?
Very hard to say.
Oh my, no, this is so tough.
This is very tough, and this is now getting also like they have to make 3 moves each, but those 3 moves are not any moves. They can easily change the evaluation of the position.
Oof, 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 oof.
So what else is there for white? But what else do you have? What are other like rook d5, rook e5? You can try to maybe trade things off, but it doesn't look very inspiring.
I wouldn't. Yeah. C4 still okay. King g7. Let's go rook d5 now after king g7.
Rook d5, king h6.
Yeah. Okay. And now I go rook e5.
Yeah, but I take and play f4. I really.
Yeah, but
No.
I was thinking king e4.
Yeah, king e4, king e4, king e4. So I need to wait one more move. But I cannot wait. Let's see. Yeah, this is nice. So go back instead of
Yes.
but instead of this. Yeah. So then in this position I would have to take after king h6.
Yeah.
I would have to after rook e5 take twice and let you take rook takes e3.
Sorry. Yeah. So again,
He played h5.
he played h5. Yeah. Okay. He played h5. So yeah, I guess that position is still is playable, but h5 is
h5.
also an idea. So this king march, even though I don't know what's the idea of h5.
h5. That's a bit surprising.
I mean, he wants to go rook d5 then clearly, but if he takes, of course.
No, but also like there is no real counterplay after. You mean if you take?
No,
Sorry,
no,
sorry.
yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah.
I meant if you play king g7. I think king g7. Let's say takes c4.
Do we take with the pawn or with the king on g6? By the way,
I thought with the pawn, but it's
okay.
a good question as well. But just to finish my thought here, after c4, king h6, could be that his idea is to give check and come back. Or actually, is maybe checking king e2? Like rook e2,
Oh,
rook e2 for sure. You are not worse as white,
okay,
but maybe
king
king
e2, yeah.
e2.
Maybe.
Some rook e4 is there.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
this I don't believe in moving the king. Actually, I don't think it's very likely.
But something happened already, I think, right?
He took. He took.
He took on h5.
Wow.
Okay, so tell me about this.
Yeah, he took on h5. He spent 1 minute and then he took.
I guess he just wants to
And now
play.
it's getting. Ooh, this is now quite sharp.
And only one move to make the time control, so both players will successfully make the time control. In fact,
Both
Ding
players
just
will.
made it.
Yeah. So rook d5 was played.
And now I wonder. Nah, I was wondering about move like h4
h4, and if I take
and h3.
like this.
And after rook h5, I would give you a check or something. But maybe that's too slow. Maybe I need to check you first or something. I don't know.
But after king c2 in general, what was the plan?
I have no idea.
I see. I see.
I was I just look intuitive enough. Maybe something like rook e4.
Rook
I don't
e4.
know. No. Maybe that's not good enough. I don't know. I don't know. Gukesh has a plan, not me, so that's good. I'm not playing this game.
Yeah. He has no, but actually, rook e4 makes sense. What you said, rook e4. Well, I don't know what I will do after it.
Okay,
Like check and rook
h4 is
e4.
played.
Sorry,
H4 is played, by the way.
I did play them.
So we will see that. I mean, I think white has to take, and now check. Let's check. And after king c2, rook e4. But you know, I'm curious. What if I just go rook h5?
Then rook takes.
Yeah, but
No,
then rook
no, no, no.
e3
Yeah, no. You're right.
Okay.
You're right. Let's see. Yeah. This feels a bit.
Maybe it's enough, but I'm not
Maybe
sure.
there you can give in the end rook f2 check, and
Yeah,
you will win the b pawn.
maybe because if I go king b3, then this is how I continue.
Yeah.
And if I go to b1, pretending that I can protect it like this, I'm not sure if I can. Yeah.
No. Yeah, this feels like too much. Hmm.
So yeah. Rook d8 seems to be working, but okay, now Dink has time.
Yeah, now he has time, but well, he will have to take an f5, I guess. There is no other move. Actually, how much time are they getting after move 40? I didn't really.
It's 30 minutes. Both of them get 30 minutes, but also they have 30-second increment.
Now
After
they
each
have
movement.
increment, yeah.
So it's a bit easier for them to finish the game in a lighter mood. But I'm thinking, is this the longest game so far?
Is it the only way, the only game that went after the time control?
Yeah, I mean, even other games that went after the time control were finished quickly by Guka's resignation, first round, for example.
Yeah.
I think
Probably you're right.
this is gonna be the longest game so far.
Probably you are right. Interesting.
Okay, but yeah, I agree. I think Rook f5 needs to be played. I don't think we have a lot of options.
No, he will probably take it quite quickly.
I agree. Maybe he just no, he's at the board. Yeah, he's thinking, and I think he's going to make a move very quickly. I don't know. He lifted his hand, and I was sure.
Yeah, but I mean, there are no other moves. Yeah.
Yeah, he took
Nothing
it.
else makes any sense.
He took it. Yes, yes, yes. And now we will see what Gukash's plan was. He needs to double check it probably, because before he didn't.
Bookish will for sure double check. Yeah. But also, there are not that many options for black because, okay, rook h5, rook takes h4 is quite a big threat.
It is. I agree.
It's quite concrete. Yeah,
I'm
he
just
took.
yeah. I'm just thinking if rook e4 immediately could be an idea, or do we check first?
You mean check where?
Sorry.
Yeah, check on d8 is the most natural, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Okay.
Because if you play rook e4 first, then it's not so clear what your next move is.
Yes, absolutely. Then this is always slightly annoying. I'm just thinking. No, I have to go king c2. King c4 is because of rook d2. Or
I mean, you could maybe make an argument for rook d7 instead of rook d8, but I don't think it matters much.
No, I don't think so either. Okay, but let's go.
A little bit more natural maybe to place the rook on d7 because anyway the other rook will move to e4 on the next move.
Exactly. Very good point.
Yeah, so here we were saying if rook h5, then takes on f4, rook takes e3, and rook d2, rook f2 check.
Yes. But okay, so I would.
Yeah, and this feels very, very drawish.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out if I have any tricks here. I know it feels.
I mean, you can go upwards with the king, I guess, like king b3, rook b7, king.
You're going rook b7, okay.
Rook dd2 also possible. I mean, it doesn't matter too much. And then take on h2, let's say.
Sorry, we're going. Let's say king c4.
b7, king a4, rook
one. Okay.
Or c. I don't know. One of the two.
I don't know. Okay.
So take on b2 and take on h4, and it's getting very limited. But is the c pawn faster than the h pawn? Probably not. Yeah. Usually it should be a drawish.
Should be even a draw, probably.
Yeah, rook f6 even is there. Yeah?
Oh yeah, yeah. King on a4 is not a great piece. And if I go king b1, I'm just curious about it. Rook d2, I guess.
That's what I was thinking, but
it's too slow.
You want to play rook b5?
Yeah, I want to play rook b5 and then maybe something like.
But I was also thinking rook b7 is a move. Because if you play b4, then you're really stuck on the that's. I don't think you will play b4, will you?
Yeah, you also have rook g7 now, and I would have
to... So you can see maybe it was important to take the right rook.
Yeah,
could be.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, king. No, it's somehow it's hard to believe that rook king b1 is a serious attempt. Yeah, I predict rook d7 check to be played quite quickly because there is simply no argument for going with other rook, I think.
Yeah, I'm just curious if Gukash is even in the board right now.
Yeah, he's at the board. He's thinking.
He's at the board. Okay, yeah, because I'm only seeing Dink. I'm only seeing Dink.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Check looks very, very natural, and this rook e4. Do I have anything else than rook e4?
Rook d7, king c2. Yeah, let's see. But okay, this rook h5 is a big threat, and I don't see any other defense. I mean, rook f7 maybe is a move.
Ooh. Huh. Okay.
Because if you take, you might just be losing, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. This actually just might be losing. Yeah. So
Yeah.
even
So
yeah, I mean, okay, I have to go king d1 and king e1, and so I can move the rook even. I mean, okay, just king d1 is enough, but then black's king
king
is
d6.
fast. Yeah.
Actually, no. This is not so. Not so. King f6. I go rook h2. I thought king g6 to have king h5
Oh,
with rook
sorry.
h4.
Yeah, let's go king g6 instead. Yeah.
Not sure what this is, but
It looks
this
fun,
is
but
also not clear. Also not clear at all. But king g6 looks more convincing. This
yeah,
actually looks better for black. I mean, this may be just winning, yeah.
it actually might be winning. I will just turn on the evaluation. Yeah, minus 1.5, probably winning. Yeah, probably winning. Yeah.
Yeah. This looks winning.
So this is something. Yeah, rook f7, very good spot.
But okay, after rook f7, how do we?
Can I? No.
Okay, rook g5 check is another move.
Rook g5. I was thinking rook g2 because then my rook is on the open file when I play king d1. But rook g5 also, yeah.
Rook g2 also interesting. Yeah. Actually very interesting because you want king d1, king e2 as quickly as possible.
Yes, exactly. So for example, if king f8, now I take and go king d1, and now you cannot go king g6, yeah? Which is very annoying, I think, for you.
But okay, here we should not be also. Let's say I play h3.
Okay, I go rook h2.
Now I play e2.
King e1.
And rook e3.
Ah.
Now you will never be able to touch anything. And I just go king f6, king f5, and I think I'm just winning.
You think you're winning? You think c4 is not strong enough?
You mean you have 2 pawns, yeah?
I have 2 pawns on two.
King e6, you will play c5. King d5, you will play f5.
Oh, yeah.
And somehow you are managing, yeah? No,
Maybe.
but here I take. Here I take on c5. Now you're not in time. You have to push. This is the floating square.
You're gonna take on c5?
Yes.
And on f6?
King d6?
And can I go rook f2?
Rook f2 you can go, huh? I forgot that you are allowed to move your rook.
I am allowed. It is very little, but I am allowed.
Yeah, no, this year you actually survive. Yeah. Okay, so maybe you're probably right. It's
okay. This is tempo time. I mean, this is just one move wrong, and of course you're lucky.
Yeah.
But I just tried. I didn't calculate. I was lucky that it works.
But okay.
Works.
But it also doesn't inspire confidence for white in general.
No,
yeah?
you don't want that. You do not want to do that. Yeah. So rook f7 actually very ambitious move. Would be a very ambitious move.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah. Especially if the other one is very drawish. But I somehow it's struggle to believe that white is in danger. Okay, rook g5 was my other attempt. What will you play after that?
Yeah. Of course, I should consider rook g7, but let's say I go king f8.
King f8, my idea was rook g4.
Aha.
I will attack from this side.
Oof. Okay, that's a very fine plan. So after h3, you would go
just rook h4.
Just rook h4. Very simple. And
I think I'm just picking up the pawns, yeah?
No, not good. Yeah, not good. Okay, let's say go king g7 then. Sorry, rook g7 instead of king f8.
Yeah, rook g7, I think you have to try. I think that's necessary. And now, again, we have to think. Now there is also... is there? No. I was thinking there might be rook e5, but you take and play rook g3.
Ooh. Oh, this looks
Then
but
that's already quite quite bad. H3 and
yeah, I would have to go king d3, yeah, and then
yeah, you can
h3.
go
Oh, that looks weird. I
H3
somehow
or maybe S push. What is black's next move?
yeah, c4, yeah, yeah, exactly.
Ah no no C4. I go rook G2.
Oh,
Ah no, I need to move. I need to move my king first because my idea is to play H2 and then rook G3.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So if I play, let's say
also
king
this,
F8.
yeah.
Huh?
This now doesn't sorry.
Yeah, but I can take on G2. But yeah, this
By the way,
yeah
this is rook d7 is on the board. We will see king c2 very fast, I think,
king C2
by
fast.
Dink.
Yeah,
And then,
no point.
yeah, I wonder if rook
You will
f7.
spend some time probably to choose.
I think so. I think he will spend some time. This is a complex rook endgame. Somebody asked if this is like a very drawish rook endgame that we will see it finish in 5 moves, or that this is a very fighting rook endgame. And I would say this is a very fighting rook endgame right now.
Of course, yeah.
Okay, yes.
But it's also, I mean, it definitely still can end quickly.
Yeah, it can.
Like if they both calculate some long line correctly, the game might just finish. Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah, and I'm putting our analysis back on the board because this might happen. So after c4 we said king f7, so that we avoid any weird ideas for black.
Yeah.
Because now if I go c5, you are claiming that after rook g2.
And maybe rook G2. Yeah, yeah. That was my hope.
Yeah, okay. You're claiming that
But here already you can play.
I can.
Can you play? I was thinking actually that you can play C6, but
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
I was also considering e6 actually, but c6
The
also
E6 also possible, but C6. But here you play H2 and the C7 H1. And white, black will be ahead.
Oh no, no. Okay, no. Wait, this is not over.
This is not over. First
Because
E6, I guess.
oh, you would go first e6?
Ah, no, you want to play like this. Aha,
I
Queen
will.
D1 check, and you want to go to E4.
Oh yeah, and
Wow, but
I will find something.
okay, let's see. But this is too much. This is for sure too much. I take with the rook, I think,
You take with the rook.
and then I try to run towards the queen's side.
Okay, fair point. I'm just trying to make this work. I'm just trying.
Hmm.
I don't know if it works. Okay, maybe I bluff
Because
too
if
much.
you start to give checks and I get to the D file, then I will eventually run up the board, I think.
Yeah, I will just. Oh, this is a draw. Queen f5.
It is a draw. Queen F5, King E7.
King e7. No, I had to pick because this is so confusing. I don't know. Queen h7. King
King
d8.
D8.
Queen g8.
Ah, you go Queen C4, Queen B4. You go from this side.
Yeah, I find you. I will find you, and I will draw you.
Yeah.
No, this is too difficult. You don't play that. That's not how you play this. Yeah, no.
That seems completely insane.
Oh
Yeah.
la la. No. Okay, so no, this doesn't. Well, this is tough to
King
calculate.
C2 played,
Oh,
but that was expected.
yeah, that was expected. Yeah, let me go to the live position. So yeah, check. It was rook d7. We had so many lines analyzed that.
Yeah. It's a very complex rook ending. Yeah.
And yeah, okay, now this is on the board. Yeah, so like you said, I think this is time for Gukesh to think.
But rook F7, I really.
I like it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's ambitious, and we saw that Gukesh is very ambitious. And I think he's finding ways to trick white to make mistakes.
Mm.
Do you think Ding feels fine in this
I,
position?
I think he's just not feeling anything. He's just calculating.
Not feeling.
Like currently, I mean, in this position, it's not so much about any feeling. It's just you calculate and you see what happens. Yeah.
Yeah, it's. I wonder what's in Ding's head sometimes. Yeah.
Hmm.
But I do like this Rook f7 idea. I wouldn't think.
Rook F7, Rook G5, Rook G7. What are our alternatives? Do we have something else
Yeah,
then?
let's think about that.
Or did you play? What did you play?
We played Rook e5 here, no? Yeah.
But king d3, king d3, you can give check on. No, what can you do after king d3?
Oh, immediately.
Yes. h3, I guess.
Yeah, let's try h3.
H3 is quite smart.
Yeah.
If rook e5, we have the same.
Yeah.
At least.
It's very similar, not the same, yes.
Yes. Yes. And what else? Maybe it's actually the same.
Okay, but what are your threats?
Yeah, maybe no threat.
I can go
C4.
c4.
Yes. No, you're right. Maybe this is now already good for white. Yeah, just push. It's strange. The whole thing is very strange. I can move my king.
Where are you moving f8, h8? Ah.
Yeah, where do I move? Let's say f8. It's strange to go to the h5. f8? Am I threatening anything? Let's say you go before.
Am I threatening anything? I like this question. I have no idea.
Yeah, I mean, let's say b4.
Yeah, let's see. Let's do say before.
Because also it's quite nice to have pawn on c4, because now if rook d7 check, I can go rook d5 if I
You
want.
know what you're threatening? Yeah, actually, rook d8, yeah? Can you say?
You can play rook d8.
Because
But
I
then you
cannot
should have
take.
done it.
Oh, I
You should
can.
have done it before.
Sorry?
But what after king takes e3, you want to take on g5?
Of course I'm taking on g5.
Yes.
And
But why didn't you do it on the previous move?
I don't know.
You didn't.
Okay, let's do it on the previous move. Let's go king rook d8 immediately. You go king c3.
I have to go king c3. Yeah. Or
king e4. Nah, too much. Yeah, too much. Let's not.
but rook. What was rook d5?
Yeah.
That's why maybe you want to take and play rook g2. And then you need the king away from the f file, from the g file again, yeah.
Yeah, I mean I go d6 again, yeah. And king f7.
No, but here you can also take on e3. You can simply take on e3 with the rook.
Oh yeah, already.
Yeah. That's why we have to include this
Yeah.
king f8 move.
Yeah.
Because here after h2 we need to have
There's
this rook
no rook
d3.
g3.
Yeah. So
king g7, by the way, not rook f7, but king g7.
king g7 was played.
Yeah.
King, we didn't even consider.
No, because we liked rook e4 and we liked rook f7.
We liked all the moves apart from what they played. But Gukesh and the engine, they seem to agree, or what?
Yeah, engine seems to agree, but also engine agreed with us as well, I think.
Engine agreed in general.
Engine would draw this endgame from
all sides.
From all sides, from 15 different possibilities. So
yes.
That's not a surprise.
King g7, rook h5. Why am I not just winning a pawn?
Yeah. Okay, let's check that. Why are you not winning a pawn? Ugh. Chess is hard, yeah.
This is tricky.
I would guess that his idea is king g6. He's just gonna give up h4 pawn and go king h5. Because what
okay.
are you gonna do, yeah?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, king g6, good. King g6 takes, king f5.
Dink played rook g2, by the way.
Rook g2 he played.
Which is
yeah, rook g2, king h8, rook e2. Finally.
Wait, is it actually this? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Dink found a repetition.
They finally found it.
Finally, oh, his dreams is coming true.
But the king was on g8, yeah?
Yeah.
So now he has the extra possibility of... No, he doesn't have... yeah. Rook e2 back.
Yeah, rook e2 is played. Move 44.
Yeah, probably that makes a lot of sense.
I mean, yeah, at this point, this is just a draw. Of course, it's... yeah.
But I mean, we cannot say that it was a boring game. Like, there was actually quite a lot happening. It was a little bit of a strange game in the way that it was black who avoided the repetitions.
Yeah, Yeah,
But apart from that, it was I have to say it was quite exciting.
I feel bad for a person that will be commentating this game after it's
Making the
finished
recap. You
in the
don't feel like
recap.
making a recap, yeah?
No, not of this game. I mean, like you said, the game was very interesting. The game was different type of dynamic than usual. There were only Turks and queen on the board with absolutely different pawn structures, but all these queen moves from Ding and from Gukesh and do to exchange the queens, to not exchange the queens.
Yeah.
You have to check it on every move.
No, it was it was very confusing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay, it's not yet over, but I have a feeling that Ding will
Very,
repeat.
very close to it. And somebody just said, just go king h6 for fun here instead of
King
king
h6.
h8. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
which I agree. I would go with that for fun. I think Ding would find a repetition like this.
But also rook f6, king h5, rook g5 maybe.
Oh no, no, really? No, 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 no. Ding doesn't want things like that.
No, no. Okay, we shouldn't. I mean, no, Ding is not playing so badly. Like he's a
No.
bit.
We're just making fun of his drawish tendencies today, as he really likes them today.
Yeah, strange,
But
strange. No, but
but
it was a
somehow,
strange dynamic because it was so clear that White's position was pleasant, yeah,
yeah.
and there was no apparent risk. But maybe I don't think he expected Gukish to play on. That would have been strange.
Huh? No, you really?
Like you think it was some psychological trick to force Gukish to take some risk, or you thought that?
No, because like you said, with black pieces,
Yeah, exactly. It made no sense. I mean, it was quite reasonable for Gukish just to repeat, yeah, early on.
absolutely. So for me, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that doesn't make a lot of sense. It probably he just evaluated the position too pessimistically.
But how? It was again risk-free position.
Well, I mean, it was imbalanced. Black had 4 against 2, some potential, but yeah.
No, it was imbalanced. Yeah, absolutely. Of course, there was
And it
potential,
was
but
imbalanced, but it was imbalanced in a very nice way for White. That's the point. Yeah.
yeah, okay. No, yeah, they shook hands. By the way,
They shook hands
they
already.
shook hands.
Ah,
King
really? Huh?
G7 draw. Yeah, yeah. I was also watching the camera because
I see, I
I
see.
was
But by this point, it's understandable because now there is like clear risk for White. Yeah.
absolutely no, no, no. In this endgame, I get it. I get it. No, of
Yes,
course.
definitely, definitely. It was not this. It was actually the first moment. Queen d5, queen e7. There already queen d6 was very very strange.
Yeah. Okay.
Instead of just doubling on the d file immediately and keeping the.
Yeah. In fact, I
Yeah.
will delete all the sidelines that we had, oops, so that we can cover the game in peace. When
Yeah, yeah,
recap,
yeah,
make a quick recap if possible.
yeah.
Oh, that we had so many sidelines. Oh my. Okay, no, you know what? I will not delete them. I will not delete them. I will just click the button. It's too much. Okay, yeah. So I guess we can just quickly recap what happened in the game for people who are not here before. I mean, the
Yeah.
game did start quite early for the US viewers, also for some European viewers,
Yeah, yeah.
for people who are
Good
not
point.
morning
Good
people.
point.
Yeah, anyway, so there was this very interesting London today with bishop d6, which is one of the main lines. However, Ding decided to go bishop b5 and after knight e6 immediately make double pawns for black and decided to exchange the bishop and go queen a4 immediately. Which was also played by Levon in a blitz game against Dominguez. And after castle, queen a3, very nice ping going on, ping going on the c file, not the c file, but this diagonal through the c pawn. And this was just some theory. This was knight e4, knight e2, e5, and we were saying, oh wow, pawn up for Ding already.
Yeah.
After queen c5, but after queen g6, knight d2, queen g2, long castle. Oh, we were thinking, oh, this is gonna be a sharp game. I can't wait for what Ding has in store. But turns out that after queen f2, d takes e5, rook b8, kind of a must because we have to play for some activity. And after knight c4, I mean, I think Gukesh, if he knew this opening in detail, he would go queen f3 or queen g2, I think, but mostly queen f3,
Yeah.
which would result in repetition like this.
Quite likely, yeah. I mean, we don't know for sure, but yeah, that's
We
how
don't know,
some.
but I'm pretty sure somebody will ask them in the
Yeah,
press
yeah. It
conference
will
what's
be
gonna.
interesting to see to hear. Yeah.
Yeah, this is gonna be very interesting to hear. However, of course, Gukesh played move bishop e6, which is a very natural human move to play with a lot of logic. But now, after rook d2, queen f3, rook e1, white has slight edge, and black decided to actually remove this knight from the board because it does make his life easier. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, and here queen f5 played by Gukesh, which apparently by engine is a slight mistake because of queen c6, which Ding decided to play, and decided to play queen d5 to exchange the queens. As we figured out, Niels, that exchanging the queens is favoring white in this endgame.
Yeah, because white has the more active king and easier to push his majority a bit faster. So
Exactly. So of course Gukesh said no. Of course I'm not gonna exchange it, but Dink tried again.
you fight again with queen d6.
And this is the moment that we were kind of cheering for Dink to not repeat, go back queen d6, but go rook d1, play for the activity, play for the d file, maybe go king b1, c4. Um,
Yeah.
just play for something because it looks like white is more comfortable. But Ding decided to go queen d6, and we were slightly disappointed.
We were a bit surprised, yeah, because we were both thinking that it's so pleasant for white. Yeah.
Yeah,
No
so
risk, very easy plan. Just play on.
exactly. And kudos to Gukesh for not repeating in this position, not going queen e7. He could claim a threefold right now, but he went queen h4, which is, as you can see, slightly dubious, question mark, exclamation point, because now white finally gets this activity that we were hoping for before.
Yeah.
And then g6 found by Gukesh. I think this was one of the best moves in the position that you can play. And now queen e5 was again slightly dubious move. As you remember, we were so happy with this formation, and we were thinking about c4. We were thinking about king b1. We were even thinking about b4, king b2.
Yeah, yeah, but probably yeah, the most human probably is anyway king b1, yeah, and then push the c pawn.
Absolutely,
Very
absolutely.
simple to play for white.
Yeah, so basically, even though this looks like, oh, there are no pieces on the board anymore, this is actually still positioned with a lot of energy, actually.
Definitely, definitely.
And queen e5, yeah, we were slightly confused. However, queen g3 was Ding's idea to exchange the queens again, and Gukesh decided not to do it. And then again, some queen move. Again, a lot of queen moves here, by the way, as
Lots
you,
of
as you can
very
see.
unclear queen moves.
Very
We
unclear.
struggle to understand.
Exactly. Again, so then Gukesh decided to go to the other side and then played queen b5 for these weak squares. Also, the idea was that when white moves this rook from d2, black is coming in with queen e2, always ready to make some threats with rook b8. And that's why Ding decided to play rook d2, which is a very natural move. And here queen f3 by Gukesh, which this is where I thought the game will continue in maybe different way. We were thinking about c4, however, king c2, yeah,
King c2
very.
it was also your original idea.
It was, but as we can see,
Yeah,
Stockfish doesn't like it as
mm,
much. I
mm.
think queen g5 was here best by Stockfish and Lila, which okay, I guess. I mean, keeping the queens on the
It was
board.
quite difficult to spot, let's say.
Yeah, it
To be
is,
honest, we
especially
didn't
because
really think about it too much.
no, we also didn't consider it as we were all humans, you know.
Exactly, exactly.
But okay, king c2, and now this exchange happened, and we thought black could have different ways to continue, but e3 was very forward, and it works. If it works, why not play e3? Yeah.
It was quite, let's say, a forcing way to almost claim a draw.
Yeah, yeah. If
Other
you
possibilities were there, but
many others, like you said, maybe putting the rook on the 7 file
yeah,
first,
yeah, and try
or
to bring the king. It was quite interesting.
but yeah, after rook e2, then just now doubling and h5 played by Ding. He didn't consider our idea, which was rook d rook
Rook d5, rook
d5.
d5, with or without c4. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
But it was also double-edged. We were not at all
very
clear, sure what was going on.
very
So
double-edged. So h5 is safer, and we know that Ding likes safer moves. Here, Gukesh decided to take, which is absolutely normal. And after h4, rook f5, this check is kind of almost important, I would say, rook d7.
Yeah, very, very important check. And after this, yeah, it seems to be very little to play on for.
Yeah, and here, okay, we were considering rook f7, and we were saying, oh, this looks almost...
It looks interesting, but it was also ending up fine for white in almost all the lines, so...
That's true, yeah, but it's something that you would have to calculate. And if you find king g7, and if you're fine with it, so like we said, after rook h5, I just wonder what black would have played. Yeah, king g6, and after taking... Yeah, and now kind of white is blocked here.
Exactly. White is a pawn up, but black has all the activity, and suddenly black is the one with the rooks in the center, which white had all the game. So
and the king in the center, like c4, king e4, like this looks now dangerous.
Very, very dangerous for white. Yeah, so it's very, very understandable that Ding repeats in this position.
Yeah, so this was then the found repetition by players, and they shook hands. And I mean, overall, looks like a boring game, but it was far from boring for us. Yeah.
Yeah, it was very interesting, very sharp actually. Lots of drama, but also a bit odd with this, like, we are considering white to be the one with the advantage, and black is the one avoiding repetition. So that's a bit of a strange thing. But apart from that, it was a very interesting game, and I think also many of the lines that could have appeared could have been really, really sharp as well. So I think overall, not a bad game.
No, overall very good quality game as well, with many double-edged possibilities. But again, like, they're very strong players. It's very normal that the game ends in a draw with almost perfect play.
Definitely.
But no, overall, I'm very happy with it. And it was kind of the longest game we had so far. It was very interesting. We have a free day tomorrow, though, so all of us can get some rest. Nils, I hope you will be back with us on round 7.
Yeah, I hope to see you again on Tuesday.
Yeah, okay, I'm just gonna check who's actually playing white pieces in round 7, because
they might change actually colors. They do this sometimes.
But I think game 7, game 7, I think, Dink will be black. That means game 8, Dink will be white, and game 9, no, I don't think they change colors. I'm just checking.
They never change anymore, yeah?
Yeah, I also checked just in case, because also I'm not looking so far into the future. But in the next few days I will be gone for three rounds, so game 7, 8, and 9, and Nils will be joined by Felix. This is going to be an amazing commentary. I'm very excited. I hope I will be able to follow from afar.
Sounds nice. Pity I won't be doing it with you, though.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I mean, this was actually very exciting commentary for me. I had a lot of fun. I hope you had some fun as well.
Yeah, definitely.
And yeah, I think we analyzed pretty well, found some good ideas, but of course the players decided to draw when we were sacrificing their pieces. Why does this always happen, you know? No, but yeah. Thank you, Nils, again for being here, and hopefully see you with us in the future.
Yeah, thank you very much.
And thank you guys for being here, everybody in the chat. I see you, we see you, both of us. So
we see you.
Yeah, keep coming back. Just not tomorrow, in 2 days.
See you later.
Bye-bye.
Thank you very much.